989898 now to claim your free info kit on gold. Text BUCK to 989898.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation supports America's greatest heroes. Heroes we all owe a debt of gratitude to. U.S. service members and first responders who die or are severely injured in the line of duty, as well as homeless veterans.
The Foundation's Gold Star, Fallen First Responders, Smart Home, and Homeless Veteran programs honor the sacrifices made for us by the men and women who risked their lives and bodies for our country and our communities. The Foundation's Never Forget programs engage thousands of people in 9/11 remembrance across America through hundreds of runs, walks, and climbs and golf outings every year.
The Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute helps teachers educate children in kindergarten through 12th grade about America's darkest day, enabling our nation to keep its vow to never forget. Help support Tunnel to Towers and its important programs.
Never forget 9/11 or the sacrifices of our country's greatest heroes on that day and thereafter. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at t2t.org. That's T2T.org.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
The Morning Extra, every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station, XTRA 106.3.
So far, there's no off-ramp. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News, on day 37 of a government shutdown.
Earlier this week, it was thought that the Senate might craft a spending deal and coax Democratic senators to vote yes, but Democrats appear emboldened after Tuesday's election results.
Fox's Chad program on Capitol Hill.
Democrats want a guarantee of aid to defray the cost of Obamacare, but they don't want a promise of a vote. Pressure is mounting on lawmakers to find a fix as aviation delays snowball.
Tomorrow, flight reductions begin at major airports around the country to help ease shortages of air traffic controllers. United Airlines just confirming it plans to cut 4% of its flights tomorrow through Sunday. That's expected to mean less than 200 daily cancellations for United as part of the planned phase-in of capacity reductions the FAA ordered. A verdict just in for the former Justice Department employee who threw a sandwich at a federal agent during the president's law enforcement surge in D.C. The jury finding him not guilty of assault. His lawyers argued it was a harmless gesture during an act of protest protected by the First Amendment. The makers of two popular weight loss drugs, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, agree to expand coverage and cut prices.
This will slash the cost of Wegovy from $1,350 a month to ultimately $250 a month. $1,350 to $250.
And President Trump says oral versions of the drugs still in development will be at $149 if they win approval. Coverage of the drugs for obesity is to expand to Medicare patients beginning next year, with some lower prices also being phased in for patients without coverage. The president says it will save lives and improve health for millions. A possible truce in Sudan, the group that's been at war with Sudan's military for over 2 years, says it agrees to a truce proposed by a U.S.-led group. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, MediShare members like it. We know this from member surveys. They like it a lot. It's a proven thing now. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they will waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE. 866-89-BIBLE.
Oh, well, we have a little different intro here today.
This is a recommendation by Pete.
Okay.
It's November.
It's November, and
The legend lives on from the Chippewa. The big lake.
I remember the time I did the Star Spangled Banner to this. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail? Who's this guy again?
Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot, yeah. Anyway, how you doing? Look out, 304. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder's off, and of course, Chris is here and filling in. And it's Thursday, which is our Friday, because we have the golf tournament tomorrow. By the way, I've already been warned. It's freaking unbelievable. I come in the door today, and Stan is standing there with all the people here in the bullpen, and he says, you ready for the golf tournament tomorrow? And I said, yeah. And I started thinking, he said, well, I said, we'd like you to just, last year was, we'd like you to just say a quick thanks for coming, and that'll be all I really need you to say tomorrow.
As opposed to the Gettysburg Address you gave us last year.
Well, last year I was kind of excited about Donald Trump being president. Like I'm going to be president. And I think I kind of went a little too far or something. So he's already freaking warned me. If we could solve that problem, Anyway.
Yeah, but like.
Well, but so yeah,
throat slash gesture at you.
Anyway, so Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon. What's new with the 24-hour? You kill any more deer or anything, or up there, or
No, I didn't kill a deer, and I'm looking forward to driving the car later to see if it's still working well. But we're expecting like really cold tomorrow night and snow flurries Monday.
Yeah,
so.
They're saying we got a little cold snap coming. And Chris is on the board here today, again filling in for Flounder. How you doing? Everything all right on there?
Everything's great.
Anything new? Would you do any swim teaching last night or anything, or today?
Nope, I didn't do anything today or yesterday.
Excellent.
For that.
And by the way, I did check. Now, normally the show we do today will be replayed in the next morning between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. before the morning show goes down. And I noticed this right because I'm up before that, so I'm listening to the last part of this show for like from 5:30 or so until 6. And I noticed it wasn't yesterday's show. And I mentioned it to Chris because I wasn't sure whether you. I don't think I have anything. You're not the one who puts it into the next day, are you? All right.
We are. I just didn't happen to do it yesterday because we had Joe here as well, so I asked him to do it, and he just happened to put in the wrong numbers.
Okay,
it happens.
But again, they can go.
Oh, throw Joe under the bus.
Well, no. We want to make sure that you can still get it. I mean, they can go to the podcast park or where do they go? I don't know where you go.
Omni Studios, or wherever you get your podcast at.
No, that's the first I've heard the term Omni Studios. That's a good one. I mean, that's a nice name. Okay. Anyway, so the show is available. It's just it wasn't played on our station this morning, but I assume today's show right now will be played on tomorrow's morning between 3 and 6. I'm guessing.
I will make sure it plays tomorrow.
Well, again, I wasn't trying to be critical. I was just saying for people who are wondering because I hear about it. Okay, if it's not played, hey, Kimmer, damn it! I say, hey, I don't know anything. I didn't. So I want to make sure everybody's happy. Okay, so is Joe in there again today?
No, he's not here today.
Oh, okay, I was going to say. Anyway, welcome anytime. I mean, always a pleasure. Anyway, all right, 307, almost 307. God, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. We got a billion things. We got a game. We got Holy Crap at Sports. We got tweets. We've got Flounder's Funnies. And Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock. From the man of Florida Radio Country Masculinity page.
Florida Man Radio
coming at 5 o'clock. And just they were talking right before they came on here on the news about this business with Wachovia or whatever the thing is. Is that the shot where you stick it in your belly? It's like a big fat round shot and you stick it in your belly and plunge the medicine into your belly and then you lose weight. It wasn't meant to lose weight. It was meant to handle like diabetes or something, I think.
Are you talking about Ozempic?
Oh, yeah, all those things. There's
one of them.
They're called the GLD drugs. There's a
they
name
have a pill
for them.
too now.
Well, they're developing it. Yeah, I'm not sure it's available yet. But that's one where you stick the thing in your belly and plunge your needle into your belly, and then it's supposed to help you for some disease. But people found, oh my God, we're losing a lot of weight. So now people are taking the thing to lose weight. Mm-hmm. I guess that's okay, but is that good? That's not good, is it?
Long run, they have. It's like the vaccine. In the long run, they have no clue what it's doing.
Doesn't it make your teeth fall out? I mean, there are all kinds of stuff where, no, seriously, the people taking those things, I had all kinds of, I've been seeing it on social media, popped up on Facebook and stuff about I don't know whether it makes your toes curl or, I mean, things happen to you.
Peyronie's disease.
It just seems to me that's not the. If you're fat, and you like eating and you don't do any exercise, and you say, well, hell, I just shove this thing in my stomach and plunge it into my, once a month for $1,000. I'll be a lot better off. And the price is going from $1,300 a month to $250 a month.
Oh, boy. Everybody's getting it.
So, and then he also, and apparently it's even going to be less than that for a different version or something. But again, Donald Trump was saying, he told the story about his big fat friend who said, he used to call him President. President, how come this is so expensive? Well, Donald Trump got a deal going. And by the way, that darn president, well, he's the worst Nazi ever. I mean, he's the worst, here he is solving more pharmaceutical issues again. I mean, world peace, stopping wars, getting hostages back, ceasefires, blowing up Iranian nuclear war supplies, and now solving drug issues, and he's still going to be a scumbag, and they do anything they can to hate him. I mean, God. I mean, seriously, Trump derangement syndrome is never going to go. It's never going to go anywhere. Anyway, I think that's wrong. I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of people saying, oh, hell, now it's only $250 a month. It's worth that to stick this thing in my stomach so I don't have to work out. I mean, it's wrong. It's wrong. I just,
for most people, limit what you put in your pie hole and walk more.
Yeah, just walk. Just walking.
Yeah, people who use it tend to add that weight back a lot faster than they lost it.
Well, your body, responding stuff, it's not meant to do that. It's just not, that's not the thing.
You're not supposed to eat Twinkies all day.
Well, I'm, and again, I'm hardly, an example of anything. However,
and when you have a world-class athlete like Serena Williams,
she's
basically shilling for this, and you're thinking, if you can't lose weight with all your activity, whether you have kids or not, a lot of women have kids and lose the weight again without taking drugs to do it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just think it's I think it's a bad sign. And God bless you if you use it and like it and do it. Fine. Who am I? I'm just saying I don't like this whole trend of everything we're doing. And again, it's the immobile, lazy, shiftless, entitled culture we have going here, where not only are we not willing to sacrifice. Well, anyway, I don't want to get into it.
I think it's the old Devo quote: "Better life through chemistry."
Yeah, well, it certainly works. I mean, look at all the pharmaceutical ads, and there are more than ever. And I think they're worried about RFK Jr. is going to somehow get banned the TV ads like they did with smoking and cigarettes. So they're going to put them as many as they can now to get you. Anyway, I don't know. Okay. All right, Kim Repeat and Chris in for Flounder, 311. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We're off tomorrow. Have the golf tournament tomorrow, Veterans Day golf tournament, which is going to be a lot of fun. And Shannon Burke joins us at 5 o'clock. And see, a couple things. Oh, by the way, for the record, this wastebasket's full. I guess they don't. Do they not empty? I mean, it's selling. Pete, you were here the other day. It's even fuller now. They haven't emptied it in at least a week. And so
it's the same trash Tuesday that was there last week when I was there.
Again,
you need to take it out of the studio. They won't come into the actual studios.
Well, then how did it ever get emptied before?
I guess maybe they did then, but a lot of the time when we're here late down the hall at 680, they won't actually come into the studio. We'll just put it right outside the door.
I think they used to, because no one ever moved it out of here and was
the other one in there gets emptied.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Anyway, I don't care. I'll just it'll be fun to see what happens. If I just leave it, but again, I'll bet you. Oh my God, I'll bet you this, because this. By the way, I'm the one who brings the paper towels, okay? I'm the one who gets this is my Lysol clean I brought from home because I have to clean the desk because the mornings, there's a certain guy in the morning show who's a little, let's say, a little anal about, oh my God, there's an ink stain. Oh no, oh God, oh, there's oh God, So I wipe down the whole freaking thing with my own freaking Lysol, and I get the Lysol, and I get the paper towels, and I in fact, hold on a minute. And I also get I also get the freaking staples. I'm the one who goes back in this office and the office supply company, and I get in the right drawers, and I get the staples out and put the staples in here. So I don't know. Is that the one who takes his bare feet? So I don't know why. Barefoot. Yeah, footloose. Yeah, footloose from the morning show.
Puts that on the counter.
Yeah, on the counter. So I sweep all the things. Oh God, you're killing me here. So I'm not emptying this wastebasket. I'm not emptying this wastebasket, and I'm going to see if. And I'll bet you it's just going to be overflowing like those things at a truck stop, where they're just the mounds and mounds of paper everywhere. We'll see. Anyway.
Well, that's an open for the
show. That's my rebel side. The Kimmer's rebel side here today.
The Gabby Award winner right there.
Yeah, that's going to get me the Peabody. That'll get me into one of the Hall of Fames, I'm sure. I got to film one of them. I've got to be one that I fit into.
Yeah, November's Hall of Fame.
Anyway, 3:13. Give her Pete and Chris in for Flounder. It's our Friday, but it's Thursday on 106.3. Look out.
Get connected to XTRA 106.3 on all your favorite apps. Then download ours and stream the station across Georgia. We're live online at XTRA1063.com. Stream live video from the studios on YouTube. And of course, Kimmer, Bortz, and your favorite extra shows in crystal clear digital on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Well, how do you like this weather? Yeah, it's great for growing things, too, Get those mums and poppies. Well, I don't know what you got going on. I got on my deck. Stovall & Company, your wholesale landscaping supply company's ready to help if you're a contractor, builder, doing stuff in your yard. And don't forget, it's not just the seeds and plants and flowers and trees and shrubs. I mean, you ought to see all this stuff. I mean, they have 11 locations, so we did show up there in Canton that time, their 11th store. Anyway, and they have sprinklers and irrigation systems. They can help you putting in an outdoor kitchen or a fireplace by the pool or that kind of stuff. And if they don't have what you need, they'll tell you where else to get it. What a company. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where since 1939, we've been helping Atlanta fill up their jewelry wish lists in a fun, laid-back atmosphere. We have a trained staff of jewelers, not salespeople, to help you find the right fit for any style, any occasion, and any budget. D. Geller & Son has Atlanta's best selection of fashion trends like stackable rings and gemstone necklaces, and the best value in staples like diamond studs and engagement rings. So come by D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if your old windows have you boiling in the summer and freezing in the winter, you need the pros at Window Nation with installation precision and experience that are second to none. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90NATION for your free estimate. And for a limited time, get 50% off all window styles, plus pay no interest for 5 years.
Meet Bob. He's 63 years old. He spent 40 years as a body man and car painter. Bob heard me talk about Relief Factor and decided, give it a shot. Bob wrote in, he said, Glenn, I could barely walk. I couldn't make it up the stairs. Day 4 or 5, I began to feel the change. But after just 8 days on Relief Factor, I'm 75% better. I'm comfortable, and I'm thoroughly impressed. These are the kinds of transformations that are common with Relief Factor. In fact, 2 out of the 3 people who try it go on to order more month after month, and I'm one of those people. I wasn't banging on cars all day like Bob, but my pain was in my hands and it was debilitating nonetheless. I couldn't paint. I couldn't write. I was quickly losing hope, and I feared the rest of my life I just have to live with the pain. So if you're living with daily aches and pains, Relief Factor might be the real deal for you. Try the 3-week quick start today. It's only $19.95. See how it works for you. Visit relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF.
Oh, we're good. Everything's good. Oh, my God. What's wrong here? Was that the intro to it? You didn't put your finger on the turntable, right?
No, the intro is actually much longer than that. I actually cut out some of it. It does that for like a good 30 seconds.
I think I remember this way. Have you ever even used a turntable?
I have.
Have you? Yeah. Like, can you do queuing? Have you actually done queuing records to play, stuff like that?
I have.
Have you? I'll be done.
I'm not very good, but I have done it.
That's all there was back in the day. There was no tape when I started 60 years ago. Digital, my ass. All right, this is something involving meatloaf here. We could play the Cadillac and a Cracker Jack box or something. What the hell is this that goes on for 25 minutes here?
This is All I Do for Love.
Oh, my God.
I do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I won't do that, yeah, baby.
Which is an 11-minute long song.
Yeah, it's, wow. 2007. Oh, this is annoying. Can we skip to a singing part maybe or something? That's horrible. I mean, seriously, it's, oh, God. 2007, and I like meatloaf. The food, and as well as this guy. Meatloaf canceled his European tour 2007 this day after he was diagnosed with a cyst on his vocal cords. He was 60 at the time. Meatloaf canceled and scrapped 2 gigs on doctor's orders. Speculation surrounded the tour after he cut short a gig in Newcastle, telling the audience, "It's the last show I may ever do in my life." Meatloaf, 2007. Here we go. Here we go.
I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact.
Okay. What a strange falsetto. Okay, there's Meatloaf anyway. All right, Kevin Pete and Christopher Flounder.
The boss says he will personally come in and empty the trash can on Monday.
No, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to empty it in that office right across the street here with all the Christmas lights around it. I don't know which one that is. With all the, paraphernalia around the doorway. Have you ever seen the paraphernalia on the door? The office right over there, right across the hall.
I'd take it down the hall to the left, frankly, if I was you. Not your boss.
That corner one? Yeah. To the phones, take a priority. Daryl, you on the radio, man. How's it going? What's up?
Hey, glad to hear you guys on the air, man. You're such entertainment, man. I really enjoy you. Just wanted to let Pete know that he talked about Devo a minute ago.
Yeah, Devo,
about,
yeah.
Better living through chemicals. I don't think it's the same chemicals that you guys are talking about. So,
I'm fairly sure.
Y'all have a good day, man. And bless y'all.
Thank you, Daryl.
Duty now for the future.
Yeah, I'm not good with. I'm not good with drugs. I become way too wonderful, and the girls are all over me, and it's just
that's the problem with drugs. Yeah. Most people can't handle them. Yeah. Otherwise, drugs are great.
Otherwise, they'd be wonderful. So, anyway, and only in the good way, of course. And now your birthday list. I know you've been waiting for this. Again, this is our Friday because we're off for golf tomorrow. Emma Stone, the actress, is 37 today. She was in Bugonia. Never heard of it. Cruella.
It's new.
I thought Cruella was the one with that snot, skank, blonde, who I will not be ignored.
Meryl
Streep, yeah.
No, that's Glenn Close you're thinking. Maybe that's...
Glenn Close I was thinking of, yeah. Anyway, Chris, she's in Emma Stone, 37, Bugonia, Cruella, Andrew Garfield's Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man, Oscar winner for La La Land, and to this writer, she'll always be Wichita in the Zombieland movies. Whoever this guy wrote this, so I haven't seen any of those, but I know who Emma Stone is. I saw her.
Zombieland, you would find funny. Woody Harrelson, and is pretty funny.
Really?
Bill Murray's in it.
It's a great movie.
Really? Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy. It's a zombie
like
apocalypse
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse comedy.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, you guys and your freaking zombies, you're going to call them up. You're going to call them up. They're out. They're maybe in. Now, how many? Who knows about time warp zone things? Symbiotic universes at the same time. I mean, who knows? I'm telling you, you're calling these people up. You're going to call them up one day. They're going to all of a sudden here they come. It's because you guys
Multiverse.
brought them up from wherever the hell they are.
You're manifesting.
Oh, God. Anyway, on this day in history list, 1492, Columbus sailed the deep sea blue. 1493, Columbus sailed the deep blue sea. That's where I always used to remember. Anyway, on this day in 1492, Christopher Columbus first notes in his journal that Indians were smoking this weed. He and his crew had been given tobacco as a gift the previous month in 1492, but they didn't know what to do with it. The Indians just gave him these dark leaves, and said, "Here you go," and said, "Oh, thanks a lot." And then, what am I supposed to do with this? And then, all of a sudden, they witnessed men and women with a half-burnt weed in their hands, being the herbs they are accustomed to smoke. The sailors who tried it found themselves addicted immediately. And upon returning, this is amazing. Upon returning to Spain, one of the sailors with Christopher Columbus who took up smoking, Rodrigo de Jerez, was put in jail by the Spanish Inquisition, for it was believed that only the devil could blow smoke from his mouth and his nose. By the time the Spanish sailor with Columbus was released 7 years later, smoking was everywhere in Europe. And they said, "Oh my God, you must be the devil for blowing smoke out your nose."
Well, who was the first Indian that decided you could smoke tobacco?
Yeah, I mean, who would put it in your mouth and set it on fire? I mean,
and dry it out. And who did that?
I don't know. Well, who ate the first oyster? Who the hell would reach into the ocean and pull out one of those hard shell things and open it up and say, "Oh boy, that looks good"?
How hungry did you have to be to pick up a rock on the beach and say, "I'm going to suck the snot out of this rock"?
I wonder what's in here. God, or lobster. Yeah, boy, this looks good.
Well, actually, you break it, it looks like meat.
Yeah, but who knew you have to break it? I mean, who thought there was food inside that giant freaking claw?
Who found out that you had to cook it live? Otherwise, you can't eat it.
You're screaming.
Yeah, if it's dead and you cook it, you're going to get poisoned. I think.
Did you know that it used to be like poor people food until the railroads found out it was easy to put and carry it with it and to cook and put it on the trains?
Really?
So they acted like it was some delicacy.
Yeah.
And people who rode the trains thought, "Oh, what is this New England delicacy they got going?" When it was poor people's food.
I'll be damned. It's like Ray-Ban sunglasses. You know the story of Ray-Ban sunglasses? They were, the dime store and drugstore sunglasses forever and ever and ever. And then somebody came up with a great idea. And again, they cost like, $3. They're just plastic and glass and plastic. That's it. And somebody came up with an advertising campaign and had all, like Cary Grant looking guys and all the suave, dinner jackets and stuff like that. Oh, you can tell a man in his Cary Grants or whatever, and Ben, Ray-Bans became and they jacked up the price to like $50-$80, and all of a sudden now they were $300. And it was just just plastic glasses, and it was a marketing campaign that changed everything. Hey, good for them. What the hell? By the way, speaking of marketing campaigns, let's see. I don't know what to tell you about the airlines. I mean, it's going to be. And by the way, didn't Ronald Reagan nationalize the air traffic controllers?
He fired them all.
He nationalized them and said, if you therefore don't come to work, you're fired. And he did fire them. But I think that was a contract deal. I wonder whether Donald Trump can nationalize the air traffic controllers and have some kind of emergency pay system because it's a emergency, and do it that way. And by the way, the other thing is, if you're an air traffic controller, I guess, I don't know what their contract or union thing is, but I guess if you're not getting paid, I guess you can say, screw you, I'm not going to go into work. On the other hand, air traffic control is a pretty serious freaking job. And I don't know that they wouldn't be required, the same thing as the military.
Fund? Where's the fund for things like that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'll be the day. I mean, seriously.
Would they steal all the money?
Yeah. But for political purposes. Anyway, I don't know. Again, so, air traffic, and for a while, flying's going to be a nightmare. It's just as simple as that, and it's going to be, you know what to expect. Let's see. Oh, another quick thing before I get in. I want to talk about this great publicity thing here. Very clever by one of our own Georgia lawmakers. Let's see. I heard some discussion about guys deciding they didn't want to vote for the New York election because my vote wouldn't count, stuff like that. And I got to thinking, for the record, this one guy said, well, I knew my vote wouldn't count. I should have gone. I always vote, but I knew my one vote wouldn't count, and it turned out it wouldn't have made a difference by a long shot. Well, think about it this way. Let's say there are two candidates for... I shouldn't have said that. Let's say
there are two candidates.
That's not what I meant when you say, let's say it. That's not... See, Chris doesn't know that. When I say, let's say there'd be two people going down the street, and Nimrod over here always says, let's say there are two people going down the street. What I meant was, let's pretend that there are two guys running for office. First guy gets 8,000 votes. The second guy gets 1 million votes. So the second guy won by a landslide. However, think of it this way. The person who cast the ballot that was counted at number 8,001 won the election for the guy. One vote won that election because the vote that was 8,001 beat the 8,000 votes for the other guy. Therefore, the one vote, the guy who cast that one vote that was counted 8,001 is responsible for the election winner in the contest.
Are these the thoughts that keep you up late at night?
Honestly, I thought to myself, if it would explain that way, I mean, it might convince people. I guess it's a little silly, but I don't know. I don't. Okay, I know. It's just these things. They come into my mind at various times. Because
like 2 seconds ago.
Well, all right, but I thought it was amusing, and now I don't think it's quite as amusing. But at the time when I was thinking of it,
at 3 a.m.,
I thought, hey, I got an idea. Let me explain it this way. Oh, God, I don't know. It's over. I tell you, I'm a freaking science experiment. I'm a lab, discovery of some kind. I'm just, anyway. You're watching the end of a formerly successful all-American male, the final stages of agony of, figuring out what the hell life's all about. My God. This story just broke this afternoon. This is freaking hysterical. Buddy Carter, Representative Buddy Carter of Georgia, running for Senate. It's Congress. Buddy Carter is introducing a bill in Congress, and it is called this: the Moving American Money Distant from Anti-National Interest Act, or Mamdani. The Mamdani. Moving American Money Distant from Anti-National Interest Act, or Mamdani for short. During any period in which Zohran Mamdani is the mayor of New York City, and that any unobligated federal funds available for the city are hereby rescinded, no federal funds may be obligated or expended for any purpose to New York, New York. And he's going to bring it up Friday. It'll never they'll never take it up. This is obviously a great stunt, but very clever. Very clever. It's a symbol of how the GOP has been hyper-focused on Mamdani. And if the GOP doesn't use this guy, Mamdani, as the new focus of the Democrat Party, they're crazy. In fact, here's 8 seconds. This 8-second soundbite will explain exactly what the Democrat Party has become and how they feel their powerful ways are ahead. If you will, Chris, here's Mamdani explaining everything.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
Wow. No problem too big for the government to take care of. And last night, Jesse Nighttime played this right after he played Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, Barack Hussein Putty-Tat, everybody else saying, the government's too big, we need to cut down government. Government's way too big, we can't have all this government. And then boom, Mamdani saying there's no problem we can't solve. There's nothing too big and nothing too small that we don't want to take care of either. Oh my God, this is it. That's exactly what they're talking about.
Any government that can give you what you need can take it away at a heartbeat.
And that's why they let all those people in. It wasn't a conspiracy, it was real, so that they would have them dependent on the government and they would never lose another election.
Cuomo, the guy went on the subway a couple nights ago and said it's all quiet. Everybody's kind of shocked. It wasn't New Yorkers who voted for Mamdani.
Right.
It was foreign nationalists that came here
People
and voted.
who were not born in America were most of his voters. And 85% women.
They're not here to assimilate. They're here to take over.
And the issue of young women again, young white women, 85% voted for Mamdani. 331, Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder on 106.3. How's it going?
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Attention Extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Ho, ho, holy cow. Family and friends are coming for the holidays, and you need some projects done around the house before they arrive. Relax. We've got you covered. Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia from the Trusted Toolbox. With our handyman for a day deal, we can knock out all those projects you've been putting off for months. From plumbing issues and painting to flooring, fencing, trim work, and much, much more. So get your home ready for the holidays and call us at 770-623-3097, or you can always book it online at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Just when you thought the country couldn't get any crazier, the Democrats surprised you. Shutting the government down for lame political reasons, liberals complaining of taking criminals and illegals off the street. When will this craziness stop? Well, in this crazy world, there is one place to go for peace of mind. Drop by Atlanta Safe House and let the safe experts help you select the safe to best protect your hard-earned valuables. Our brands include Browning, Fort Knox, Champion, and many more. So go by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Ford Bronco shoppers, get better than Black Friday savings of $10,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks and Badlands through November 30th at Aikens Ford in Winder. Hi, this is Brad Aikens, and they also come with Ford's 10-year limited factory warranty at no additional charge. Stock number 93400, MSRP $55,478 with approved financing in your 1995 or newer trade. Dealer retains factory rebates plus government fees. Ford's limited warranty is 10 years or 100,000 miles. See dealer for details. Visit us today at AikensFord.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet Bob. He's 63 years old. He spent 40 years as a body man and car painter. Bob heard me talk about Relief Factor and decided, give it a shot. Bob wrote in, he said, Glenn, I could barely walk. I couldn't make it up the stairs. Day 4 or 5, I began to feel the change. But after just 8 days on Relief Factor, I'm 75% better. I'm comfortable, and I'm thoroughly impressed. These are the kinds of transformations that are common with Relief Factor. In fact, 2 out of the 3 people who try it go on to order more month after month, and I'm one of those people. I wasn't banging on cars all day like Bob, but my pain was in my hands, and it was debilitating nonetheless. I couldn't paint, I couldn't write. I was quickly losing hope, and I feared The rest of my life, I just have to live with the pain. So if you're living with daily aches and pains, Relief Factor might be the real deal for you. Try the 3-week quick start today. It's only $19.95. See how it works for you. Visit relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF.
Georgia politicians, if you want to win your election, the path to victory runs through XTRA 106.3. XTRA listeners are some of the most engaged, active in their communities, and outspoken on their beliefs, especially when it comes time to vote. So now's the time to get involved before our listeners move on to someone else. Tell the candidate you're voting for that if they want to win, the path to victory runs through XTRA 106.3 FM and the XTRA 106.3 app.
That's pretty ballsy. If you plan to win, you better be with us, or it's over, mister. You're a loser, and you'll never be any good. The previous message from 106.3, the Farm of Atlanta.
I came in late there. Is that your self-affirmation for today? Or
I was just threatening all the politicians that if they don't get on the program here at 106.3, the bastards are going to lose, and they're going to lose bad. So I like that, man. That's an attitude right there, Pally boy.
By the way, I've lined up 3 city councilman interviews for Monday's show.
Outstanding. That'll be great because I've got that doctor's appointment from noon to 9 p.m. So it's kind of so I'm sure you'll have all the questions ready to go.
By the way, Victor is filling in for us tomorrow.
Victor filled in for us last time we were gone.
Yes.
A good guy, smart, funny, happy, clever, and he's a talking guy. He's a good guy. You'll like him. If you don't know him, you'll like him. And because we all do, and he's a big fan of the show too, which is very nice. And don't forget Shannon Burke at 5 o'clock today down in Florida. And let's say this Metallica. Here we go. Hold on. Metallica on this day in 2003 kicked off their 137 date Madly in Anger with the World tour at Yoyogi Tayakoyochaka in Tokyo, Japan. The Madly in Anger with the World tour was the 4th highest grossing tour of 2004. They made $60 million. Actually, a little more. $60 million for playing rock and roll songs around the world. And everybody's taken care of them, and they have the groupies and everybody, and they just, show up where they want them to go, and they do their stuff and everything. And now I wonder actually what the expenses have got to be enormous for a band, a major, it's got to be enormous. But still, $60 million for playing concert stuff. That's good, And that was only the 4th highest of the year 20 years ago. Anyway, birthday list. Karen, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder today. Birthday list includes that tall and thin and very pretty young actress named Lori Singer. Lori Singer's 68. She was Kevin Bacon's date dancing girl in Footloose. Albie Singer reminds me of the Woody Allen movie where he's on the sidewalk waiting for Annie Hall in front of the movie theater. Hey, are you on TV? No. It's Albie Singer. Hey, right here, Albie Singer. Sorry. Just having these flashbacks. And now, a look at history. 1908. The Real Butch Cassidy and the Real Sundance Kid. Notorious outlaws. Butch and Sundance were trapped by Bolivian officials, and the Army, on this day in 1908, had a gun battle at 2 o'clock in the morning. There are many claims over the years that wasn't really them and that they got away, but the fact of the matter is that Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid got blown to pieces by the Bolivian Army and officials on this day in 1908, and they never got to play around with Catherine Ross or anything of the sort.
And the movie has it like in the daytime.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when the big firefight. Let's see. 3:40 is our time. Kimmer, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Let's see. A quick thing. We'll talk more about the Democrat stuff and some reaction to it, although I'm kind of, we've talked a lot about it. We'll talk Nancy Botoxi coming up here, too. I saw on Fox News this morning the latest version of a robot. And this robot is in human form, and it looks like it's made out of foam or something. So it looks like a putty man or what do you call that green clay characters and stuff like that. Claymation. It kind of looks like, but it's a human figure, but it looks like it's kind of dressed in cloth or something. The head does not have eyes and a mouth. It's a head, but it looks like it's in a cloth bag or something as a globe for the head. You can't really see any facial instruments. But this robot will do your laundry. He'll water your plants. He'll bring your food. I mean, he'll cock his head when he's listening to you. I mean, I'll tell you what. And he costs $20,000 or $450 a month. You can rent the thing. And I'll tell you what. I mean, we're here. Responds to commands, and he moves. Can pick up things and move things and take this over there, and
get you a beer from the fridge.
Absolutely. As soon as they put rubber skin and a wig on it, make a face and a pretty girl, that's next. I mean, oh my God.
Scott says you basically described Gumby.
Yeah, it's like that's what it looked like. It looked like a human wearing a fur suit or like a rubber foam suit over everything or something. But yeah,
when does someone make one of these look like Bigfoot and set it loose in the woods?
I know.
Oh, I'd be doing that in a heart. If I had Elon Musk's money, I'd have a whole wing to put together the Yeti,
I just have
Bigfoot.
I walk down the neighborhood.
the folk swamp in Arkansas. I'd have the swamp thing in South Carolina. That guy.
Man. Yeah, that's all of them. They're every region has its own creature. Yeah. How cool would that be?
The swamp man.
Oh my God. Anyway. All right. Here we have 404-741-1230 is the number. 741-1230. And the Democrats in New York are getting already behind Mom Donnie. Wants higher taxes on millionaires, and all the people. And Kathy Hochul, the governor, says, well, she's really not sure about. She favors raising the taxes, but she's certainly willing to talk about it. They're all saying, well, yeah, we'll consider it, and we'll talk about it. Although Alexandria AOC, Ocasio-Bangbangio Stupidio, has now put out another warning, and she said, Mom Donnie and his team should threaten Democrats with being primaried if they don't fall in line with his agenda. The power that politicians understand is a ballot box. Getting one or two scalps by primarying some of these well-known Democrats sends a message about what happens when you don't play ball. Holy cow. And we heard Mom Donnie say, there's no problem too big that we don't want to take care of for your government, and no problem too small that we also don't want to take care of for you. In other words, government is the be-all and end-all. He actually said it out loud, as opposed to the last 50 years, where politicians have said we need to decrease the size of government. We need, cut out. I mean, and he's just said exactly the opposite. And AOC has said, if you don't fall in line, we're going to primary you. This is why their shutdown continues, because of Chuck's suspected child molester, Schumer, because he's afraid of AOC and being primaried, and this is exactly what they're doing. And it's working. These freaking Democrats are not even in power, and they're still running everything. We're reacting to the Democrats.
Yeah. And they're not in power.
Yeah. And they're not in power. They don't have any. They don't have
cowards.
They don't have any of the three. There are three, and they don't have any of the three, and they're still running everything.
The cowards in the Republican Party.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And they are. They're abject cowards. They're afraid to do anything. They're afraid to not be civil. The age of civility ended 20 years ago. Yeah. I don't know what they're still fighting that war for.
There we go. Anyway, and the worst of them, thank God's leaving office. We'll talk about that in a second. 3:45 already. Kimmer Pete, Christopher Flounder on 106.3. How you doing? Just checking.
If you love 106.3, then you'll love the all-new XTRA 106.3 app. It's loaded with replays of your favorite shows like The Morning Extra and The Kimmer Show, podcasts from conservative voices across the South, and access to Extra's crystal clear live stream from anywhere in Georgia. Grab it now for Apple or Android.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. This Thanksgiving, take the flavor outside with Traeger and Monument Grills from Howard Brothers. Whether you're smoking the perfect turkey on a Traeger pellet grill or searing sides to perfection on a Monument gas grill, you'll be serving up more than a meal. You'll be creating memories. Bring the heat, the flavor, and the family together this season. Stop by Howard Brothers and find the grill that makes your Thanksgiving unforgettable. Howard Brothers, fueling family traditions since 1955.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799, and you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We have become a highly sought-after turf installation company in the Atlanta and North Georgia luxury residential market. Big reason for that is our installers are ATL Turf Co. employees. We do not outsource labor. They are trained to be experts in the turf installation process, drainage, grading. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetc.com, cpapsetc.com, with a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
By the way, does anybody know, tell Neil Bortz that we're off tomorrow? Because he normally joins us at 4 o'clock on Friday. Well, I'm not doing it. I don't have his number. It'll be fun for him to call in and hear Victor. Victor should have him on tomorrow. There's a great idea. Let Victor do it. That'll be fun.
I'll talk to Joe since he's running the show tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Anyway. I don't know the song, but it's not offensive.
It's apparently the most popular song on the album that they're talking about in that thing.
No kidding. 1993, Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam went to number 1, the U.S. album chart with VS, or V's, VS, Vis.
I think it's Versus.
Versus? Could be Versus, yeah. Sounds like, it must be Versus. Sold 950,000 copies, making it the highest sales in American album history in 1 week. 950,000, actually more than that. 1993, Pearl Jam. All right, sir. Our birthday list includes Maria Shriver. Now, the guy who wrote this birthday list, this is the flounder and Chris filling in birthday list thing. Maria Shriver, 70. I'm guessing she does all her own housework now. Oh, ow. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger was sharkalukalating with her housekeeper and knocked her up, as I recall. La-da-da-da. So that's not that good. By the way, how come he still speaks with such a strong accent? I mean, come on, Arnold. You're killing me here. And on this day in history, boy, we could tell the fix was in and nobody did anything about it. And Trump made a bad mistake by not going after her. It was on this day in 2016. Federal Bureau of Insurrection Director James Comey, right before the Federal Bureau of Insurrection Director Christopher Wray, the disgrace of Atlanta, James Comey on this day in 2016 abruptly announced, well, you know, Democrat Hillary Rodham P. Stinky Fart Cabbage should not face any criminal charges. So, oh, sure, we know she erased more than 30,000 emails that were under federal subpoena. No one's ever had the balls or audacity to try to do something like that before, but we realize that she really should not be charged with a crime. I mean, you know. Okay, two things. First of all, the FBI director's got nothing to say about who should be charged with a crime. That's the U.S. Attorney's Office. And Comey said, well, we didn't think there was enough. And remember, he had to change his words, as I recall, and I think I'm going to get these wrong. As I recall, he first came out and said, well, we realized that Hillary Rodham P. Stinky Fart Cabbage was careless in the way she entered her so-and-so. And then someone must have gotten to him and said, oh, no, you can't say careless because that shows that she was negligent. So he said, oh, well, we believe that she was not negligent when she was so. So he changed the wording of the reason why he didn't want her charged. And he had no business saying she shouldn't be charged in the first place, and she got away with it. And she also changed the heading from top secret into things like grandma's cookie recipes and yoga positions. Remember that crap with her mother? Yeah. God. And it was 2016 when Comey, and the fix was in. The fix was in. And now they're claiming that Donald Trump's trying to use the political DOJ. My goodness. All right. 354. He ought to touch you. Kimmer Pete and Kristen for Flounder. A lot of memes going around. Almost every country is posting state maps now with a big sign that says, we're full. All you New Yorkers, we're full. Appreciate it. Thanks anyway. Although there's a sheriff in Florida. In fact, we'll ask Shannon Burke about this at 5 o'clock. A sheriff in Florida, and his name is Mike Chitwood in Volusia County, which includes Daytona Beach and Edgewater. He says, if you're a New York City resident or a New York City police officer unhappy with the results of the mayoral election, let me be the first to invite you with welcoming arms into Volusia County, Florida. Daytona Beach, Edgewater, it's a great place to work. We're safe from crime, a great place to work with, raise your families, great education, outdoors, beautiful weather. Come check us out. And all of a sudden, his constituents are saying, whoa, Sheriff, stop. Man, Mike, we got more. We no room. We don't want these people here. I see a mass exodus coming out of the chilling out people. He's looking for experienced officers, but no, that's not going to work. Don't New York State my Florida. 8 million New Yorkers say they're thinking about leaving because of the election. Holy smokes. And by the way, between 2018 and 2022, hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers fled the Sunshine State. The mass exodus since 2020 has cost $1.4 billion in income lost by New York State because people can't take it anymore. And that's the beginning. I mean, that's tiny compared to what's going to happen if this continues. 3:56, we got a Flounders Funny coming up here shortly. How long? I should ask you how long it was. I don't...
This one's only 55 seconds.
Okay, I'll call it a minute. That's good. Nancy, the former gang trinket, Nancy Pelosi, will not seek re-election. And she said, there's been no greater honor for me than to stand on the floor of the House of Representatives where my husband and I have made $100 million thanks to you and giving you this power. I've truly loved serving you and making all this money for the people of San Francisco. Pelosi has been a call girl, an abortionist, an inside stock manipulator, a boil sucker, a traitor who is going to go to hell when she dies. Her most recent stint in power also served as a chief antagonist to Donald Trump, calling for his assassination and mocking the two guys who tried to kill him and failed. Pelosi says, better luck next time, boys. And she announced that she's going to be leaving office now very soon, thankfully. Donald Trump said, well, that's good news. It's a great thing for America. And Nancy Pelosi is evil, corrupt, and only focused on bad things for our country. She's losing control of the party, was never coming back. I'm honored she impeached me twice and failed miserably twice. Donald Trump on Nancy Pelosi. What a snake. I mean, what a miserable, rotten, black-hearted snake. The woman has no soul. She has no character. She has no sense of decency. Calling Donald Trump the most vile creature on the face of the earth. It's pretty strong language. Most vile creature on the face of the earth. And by the way, we got 4 o'clock news check coming up here shortly. And after that, you're going to hear how a turncoat, former Republican, is now sure, and all the leading Democrats are all sure already, that Donald Trump is going to rig next year's elections.
Like he did over the weekend.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he already start doing it?
Yeah, like he fixed the one Tuesday.
What's he waiting for?
I mean, these people.
Is that Michael Steele again?
Yeah, Michael Steele.
This is the guy the Republicans put in charge of the entire party.
I know.
This is what they are.
I know.
They're cowards and idiots.
Yep. He's a black supremacist racist. And he's not getting any better. It's coming up. Anyway, 3:58. Kevin Finn and Christopher Flounder with the Flounders Funny. Right? Well, here we go.
My girlfriend's Mexican. She said, babe, what if they deport us? I said, us? You got to deal with your group struggles, right? I can't be adding your struggles to my struggles. The deal was you worry about immigration, I worry about the cops, and we don't mix them two struggles. It's too much struggle mixing going on. She's like, you wouldn't stand by me? Hell no. They might think I'm Dominican and try to kick me out too. Come on, Sammy Sosa, get in the van, god damn
it. That's Mike Merrill.
Obviously a black gentleman.
Yes.
What do you mean we get deported?
What's this we, Kemosabe?
You got to turn your pocket. It's coming up on 4 o'clock. It's our Friday. It's our Friday. Give me a break. Golf tomorrow.
Sammy's whiter than me right now.
106.3. Yeah, all of a sudden.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
The ripple effects keep growing. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. As a government shutdown continues, air travelers will have fewer flights to choose from beginning tomorrow under capacity cuts aimed at easing air traffic controller staffing shortages.
The plan affects what's called high-value airports. That's about 40 of them across the country, and Newark Airport here expected to be one of them. The plan could ground more than 100 flights and thousands of passengers every single day.
Fox's Eric Shawn. Democrats and Republicans still blaming each other for the shutdown. Fox News learning that Senate Republicans may try for a test vote tomorrow on a new interim spending bill, offering a promise to vote later on the Democrats' demand to extend Obamacare subsidies. President Trump says a deal with two drug makers, Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, to slash the price of their popular GLP-1 weight loss drugs will save lives, also expanding access with Medicare coverage beginning next year.
In addition, they're both committing that future GLP-1 weight loss drugs taken orally, which are currently under development, will be sold at no more than $149 per month.
Some concerns have been raised about side effects and long-term use. Eli Lilly CEO David Ricks recommending people decide with their doctor.
We're confident in the safety, but there's always some precautions we should have, and people's own medical histories matter in that decision.
The U.S. Health Secretary says reducing obesity is key in the broader effort to fight chronic disease. The U.S. Supreme Court just ruling the Trump administration can enforce a new passport policy while a legal fight continues. The change bars people from choosing passport sex markers that align with gender identity. A sell-off on Wall Street, the Dow down 397 points at the bell, at one point down more than 500. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, MediShare members like it. We know this from member surveys. They like it a lot. It's a proven thing now. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they will waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE, 866-89-BIBLE.
I like this one. I have this on my magic music stick. Feels like home, baby. Madonna, Madonna, Madonna. A little prayer. On this day, 1990, Madonna released Justify My Love. It was the first VHS single video in America. The first VHS video single. Queen had released Who Wants to Live Forever as a video single in Britain years earlier. This was co-written by, it's just a pretty song. You just hear this thing. I love the harmony here. I love the chorus in the background. Madonna. The song was co-written by Lenny Kravitz. The song became Madonna's 9th #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. Peaked at #2 in Britain. Love this song. It's just a very
crazy that song that they were talking about was #1 on the top 100 because I listened to it earlier. It's terrible.
Really? Which one is you talking about?
The one that's Justified, the one that talking about in that thing.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It's fun. What a funny life and story. And Dennis Rodman in the book and talked about things she wasn't too happy with. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, our birthday list. Now, I always get the name wrong, and I know I shouldn't. I don't know why I have a problem with this. Rebecca Romijn, or is it Romaine or Romlin? Romaine. Rebecca Romaine. It sounds like the lettuce, and it doesn't look like it. And I hate saying the word romaine because romaine lettuce is not real lettuce. It's freaking girl lettuce. And if I had a dime for every time I had a date, and the girl wanted romaine freaking girl lettuce and stuff, sorry. Anyway, Rebecca Romaine is 53, #1 on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Before that, she was Eve Baird on The Librarians and Mystique in the old X-Men movies. Rebecca Romaine is 52 today. And on this day in history, I remember this when it started, I had no interest whatsoever. On this day, Joel Surrow and Robert Cochran came up with a unique action-adventure show, 24. It debuted on Fox. Kiefer Sutherland starred as Jack Bauer, a family man and counter-terrorist agent in Los Angeles. And Jack Bauer talked like this. He always talked in a whisper, even when he was yelling, "Let's go get those guys right now. Hurry, get over there." I can't even do it. God hurts. My throat. The gimmick of each episode was that the events would play out in real time, essentially giving viewers an insight into each Jack busy workday 1 hour at a time. Each season, at least at first, would last 24 episodes or 1 day. But we didn't get to see just Jack's day. We also got his wife's, his kids, his co-workers, while also trying to save the world from evil terrorists. 24 was a huge success for the network, with ratings as well as critical reception. Many awards won: a Golden Globe for Best Drama in 2004, Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series in 2006. It aired from 2001 to 2007, and then again in 2009 for a year. In between seasons 6 and 7, Fox aired a 2-hour film, 24 Redemption. In 2014, the series rebooted with 12 Live Another Day episodes and a spin-off series, 24 Legacy, with Carrie Hawkins. I don't remember any of that stuff. But I remember when 24 came out, I didn't like it. I tried to watch it. I thought it was horrible. And I don't know why. I suddenly just watched an actual episode, and I'd never missed one after that. I never missed it. I think I missed like the first year. And it was like Breaking Bad. I never watched Breaking Bad either. I don't think I saw the whole first season of Breaking Bad. Or maybe I saw part of the first episode where he was just a chemistry teacher, and I thought, God, this is freaking boring. I don't know what happened, but I eventually tuned in. I taped every stinking one of them. And
I thought, why do I want to see a guy standing out in the road in his underwear?
Yeah, it just didn't look like it.
But boy, was it good.
Yeah, I taped every damn one. I had like 40 of them on my DVR saved for a long time. I still have some, I think, back there. Anyway, 408, Kimmer, Pete, and Chris in for Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Oh, I have a question. The Supreme Court's going to be debating what to do about the tariff issue with Donald Trump. The reviews I saw and the news coverage made it seem pretty clear that even the conservative justices were fairly cynical about the value of the ability for Donald Trump to be able to make tariffs anytime he feels like it for any countries he feels like it, so we'll see. But I'm just a mechanical question. When they have their hearing and the lawyers testify, they give them a certain amount of time, and we know how you've heard and by the way, I love the fact they're now releasing audio transcript, the actual sound of the discussions, which I think is, I don't understand much of it, legalese stuff, but I think it's really valuable and really kind of cool. But here's my other question. Once they get done with that and the day is over for the justices after hearing the testimony, what do they do? Do they have meetings and sit around and talk about things and brainstorm and challenge each other and have debates around a table? Or do they go back to their offices with their interns and the guys, their clerks, and debate and look up and study and things and come to their own conclusion, I wonder? I really don't know. I don't. If someone's, I assume it's probably. I know they used to. I know they have a gym and they work out together and they joke with each other and do recreational stuff and have lunch and stuff like that. But I wonder if their theory is once they've had the arguments, are they done with hearing arguments from everybody else, including others on the bench, because they just heard the other people on the bench make their arguments? Do they there go back by themselves with their staff and say, okay, here's what do we do with this kind of thing? Or do they have more debates among themselves? I wonder whether they just keep it to themselves and make up their own mind without any input from the others. I'm just curious. I don't know. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder. Okay, here we go. This guy freaking Michael Steele. Michael Steele used to be the Republican National Committee chairman.
Yeah.
He's now a host on MSNBC. And after the Democrat victories Tuesday night, this guy Michael Steele says, it's not over yet. I'm warning you, Republicans have a plan B, which will undermine our gains from Tuesday night. And by the way, they think they think the election from Tuesday night of the off year and various states
New York
elections,
City,
it's going to make a difference in the national
the
picture.
federal empire of Northern Virginia, New Jersey is indicative of the United States.
Yeah,
okay.
they wiped us out. The Democrats wiped out Republicans. Donald Trump got killed last night. Yeah, so I mean that's what they're saying. But he said, but this is really hysterical. They can't stop doing this kind of stuff. Michael Steele, the former GOP National Committee chairman, now with MSNBC, turncoat, claimed Republicans are preparing to influence the midterm elections next year to maintain political control, despite what he calls Democratic victories on Tuesday. The plan B is the state election offices that they now control, setting up those operations going into 26 to make sure not just that you have ballot watchers and poll watchers, but they have their fingers in some degree on the system. It's worth asking why Republican voters, he said, appear unconcerned about Democratic victories, suggesting it reinforces the idea they have a backup plan. Those Republicans, it's the side of the Republican Party you cannot lose sight of. The reason they don't care, or it seems like they don't care, is because they have a plan B. Yeah, you dirty, rotten traitors had a plan A. The plan A was to try to kill Donald Trump, put him in prison forever, ruin his family, ruin his company, ruin his business, chase him out of New York, and make sure that he was in prison for the rest of his miserable life after trying to kill him. That was your plan A, you dirty, rotten skunks.
Isn't Michael still indicative of everything there is Republican, spineless, weak, turncoat, anything for money? He'll take a paycheck from anybody.
Yep. CNN commentators, even if the midterms are going to happen, they're going to cheat like they did. I still feel they did cheat in the 2024 election. I don't have the data, but I got a feeling that the Republicans cheated in 2024. Oh, my God. I can't stand it. Democratic strategist James Carville said in the short words when he asked if Trump will tamper with the midterm votes, James Carville said, oh, absolutely. Absolutely he will. He'll tamper with the election next year, the midterm election, absolutely. I mean, that's what they did. Mail-in ballots only, trying to keep Trump off the ballot. The secretaries of state in Colorado and a couple other states said, no, we're just not going to put him on the ballot because we say he was an insurrectionist. By themselves just decided it. I mean, they're the ones who did all of this.
Muddy the waters.
Oh, my God.
Accuse the other side of what you yourself are doing.
The politicization of the DOJ and the intelligence community, all of them. And again, Glenn Beck came on this morning. He was supposed to have the answer today about the guy. He hasn't. The Blaze TV has got an investigator. The investigator has come up with the name of the guy who was the pipe bomber on January 6th. And he has taken the evidence he has to the top officials in Washington. And one of them is quoted as saying, "Holy Frank." Only the word wasn't Frank. It's one of us. And the name is supposed to be somebody hugely big inside the intelligence community, responsible as being the pipe bomber January 6th. And Glenn Beck today teased again, well, we know he's got to get all the dots connected. He's talking to all the right people, and we'll be sure to let you know. But in the meantime, make sure you don't miss Blaze TV. You can sign up for it if you want. And I got a book, by the way, and a couple of podcasts, because we'll have that tomorrow, probably the day after. Just keep listening and keep signing up, and we'll get it all for you there. So I'm glad to be able to help you there, Glenn, because we'll be listening tomorrow on the way to the golf course. See if you can maybe hold it until next week if it's possible. So it's just good radio to bring us all together as kind of a family, don't you think? It's 4:14. Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder here on our Friday edition of the Thursday Show on 106.3.
It's time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast's premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
This news actually made me chuckle. I think it's funny as hell. Actually, this whole transgender nonsense, this BS that surfaced a couple of years ago. Come on, folks, you knew it was a fad. Just another stupid fad. I told you about a few decades ago when I was still on the air, we had the lugs. Lugs in high school, lugs in college. Lugs, L-U-G. lesbians until graduation. It was so popular, so cool, so trendy, so edgy back then to tell your friends that you were a lesbian. It made you stand out in the crowd, which is, of course, the goal. Then in the early 20s, it became I'm trans or I'm non-binary. Okay, some stats. In a survey of U.S. undergraduates in 2022, almost 7% of college undergraduates declared that they were trans. How cute. That figure now cut in half. This trans or queer identification has dropped sharply within Gen Z. We're also seeing a big decline in people who post their pronouns online. This whole trans fad is fading quickly. The sad thing is, we have girls who now remember or have accepted that they are girls that have huge scars on their chests from having their breasts cut off. Because after all, they're trans. What an incredible load of goat squeeze. I wonder what the next fad is going to be. Neil Bortz, XTRA 106.3.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
You know, they moved, right? Atlanta Safe House, but boy, they still got those great deals. Yes, indeed, the Atlanta Safe House. You know, my first safe, I think it was a Browning safe, and these things, Browning safe in particular, always have some kind of sale or rebate going on at Atlanta Safe House. And don't forget, it's not just Browning. They have all the top brands been getting these things for years. And believe me, if you're looking for somebody to not only hide your guns and pistols and bows and arrows and everything else, jewelry, documents, pictures, stuff like that, you see from me all the time, keeping them safe and sound. Atlanta Safe House has the safe for you. They can also rent you a safe. If you're going away, maybe having a convention or you got a new location or you're going away for the fall or whatever, a lot of different reasons to have a safe. They can rent you that. If you have a safe that's not working, they can reset your master code and all the kind of stuff. And by the way, they're never giving it to somebody else. Jeff and Mark, these guys, true patriots as well, protecting your rights as well as your stuff like they do for the Kimmer. Don't forget, you do not pay any sales tax on gun safes at Atlanta Safe House. New location on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. Check them out on the web, too. They've always got something special going on. You're going to save a bundle. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
A company that has been trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years has already done their hometown homework, like having the very best people, fair, honest pricing, exceptional customer service, and a focus on high-quality work. That's us. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Sometimes new isn't better, like out-of-town home improvement companies invading Atlanta with their inflated pricing and subpar work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
Calling all contractors. This is Devin Stovall, Stovall & Company, and we're here for you. We're a third-generation, family-owned and operated company for 75 years and just opened our 11th location in Canton on 9500 Union Hill Road. We're proud to provide your wholesale irrigation, nursery, and landscape supply needs. How do you envision your dream outdoor space for you or your customers? We're here to fulfill them all. We all take pride in special requests and shipping right to your job site. Here at Stovall, we have it all. Check us out at StovallINC.com.
Look out. Up against the wall, long hair. 1975, Sex Pistols. God save the Queen, baby. Yeah, kind of a thing there. This day, 1975, the Sex Pistols made their live debut at St. Martin's School of Art in central London. They were there to support a band called Bazooka Joe, which included a guy named Stuart Goddard. Stuart Goddard would become Adam Ant. 1975, we're talking here. The Pistols' performance lasted 10 minutes. And that's all anybody could take, I guess. Fair. No, wonderful group. Let's see. Our birthday list includes Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke is 55. Pat Garrett in the Billy the Kid movie The Kid. The bad guy Arthur Harrow in Marvel's Moon Knight. Also the star of Boyhood, the first Purge movie, Training Day. And I think he's got doesn't he have a new movie? I think I saw
he's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke is everywhere now.
He's good for him. He was never one of the Brat Pack type guys, but it was kind of an after.
He was with Uma Thurman, and he did okay.
Yeah.
And then he kind of dropped out a little bit.
Yeah.
And now he's back with a vengeance.
Boy, is he. He's everywhere. On this day, kind of a sad note in history. I almost hate to say it, but it's a thing that happened, and she's dealt with it too. This was a day in 1963. 17-year-old Laura Welsh runs a stop sign, striking a car, and killing the 17-year-old boy inside the car. The boy she killed was her close friend and a classmate at school. Laura Welsh was to become Laura Bush, the wife of President George W. Bush. Douglas was her close friend. She and the 17-year-old passenger were treated for minor injuries. Laura was not charged in the incident. In her book, Spoken from the Heart, she says the crash caused her to lose her faith for many, many, many years. And I can certainly understand that. 422, Kim Repeat, Chris in for Flounder. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We have tweets coming up. We have more Flounder's Funnies. And we also have something here. We have a little twanger. It's Johnny Olson, who's our next contestant on Holy Crap, Pete Davis has a freaking game again, America. Here we go. What do you got this?
This is one of my favorite games where you find out how literary you guys are.
Oh, God. Well, congratulations, Chris. You've won another one.
I'm not sure about that.
I am going to read you 17 books. We'll see how many of these you guys have read.
All right, sir, go ahead.
All right. These are the average American has read 7 of these books.
Okay.
I've read 6 of them.
Oh, my. Well, then I'm in bad shape.
I'm screwed.
Okay. The Great Gatsby.
I have read that. I
got that one.
Yeah.
Both of you got that?
Yeah.
All right. I did not read that.
That was a school reading.
I prep school up, so I had to read it.
Jane Eyre. Eyre or whatever.
Nope.
No, I don't think I did.
Nope. No Jane Eyre. Okay. It.
No, Stephen King.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah, I read it.
No,
so I got
read
one
it.
of those.
I only got one so far. Yeah.
Emma.
Nope.
Never heard of it.
No. Okay. It was a movie with, I think, Emma Roberts. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea who was in. The Odyssey.
Oh, the Iliad? Yeah, I read it. I had to read. Oh, my God. What a chore that was. The Odyssey of the Iliad.
I've read parts of it. I didn't finish it.
No.
All right. Cameron got one of them.
I got two.
All right. Moby Dick.
Nope.
You know, I think I read part of it. I don't think I read. I think I cheated on the book notes thing.
It's my favorite book. I love
Really?
Yeah.
And the white whale or whatever. Yeah.
Beloved.
No, don't know that one. What's
it's a
that
ghost story with Oprah.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, gross. Yeah.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
I've only got 3.
1984.
I remember reading that.
I did read that one.
You did?
Yeah.
I got 4 so far.
Okay. How many you got so far, Chris?
2.
Yeah. Kimmer, you got 3. Where are you coming up with 4?
Moby Dick. Or parts
you
of it.
You didn't read Moby Dick.
All right, 3.5. 3.5.
Yeah. I mean, read the damn book from cover to cover.
Okay. No, I didn't. No.
Okay. Slaughterhouse 5. Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh, I know it. I didn't read it. I know it.
I read that one.
Read it.
Saw the movie. Lord of the Flies.
I did read that one.
I read that one too. The Boys on the Island or whatever.
Great book.
Yeah.
The Grapes of Wrath. Great movie, by the way. John Steinbeck.
I did not read that one.
Henry Fonda was in the movie. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. The Catcher in the Rye, which is a good book.
Yeah, I had to read that one.
I read that one.
Oh, you both got that one. Okay. All right. Pretty close so far.
Yeah.
Crime and Punishment. Dostoevsky.
No, I never read Dostoevsky.
Oh, no, yes, I did read that in college, actually.
You did?
I did. I took a Russian literature class, so I did have to read that one.
Oh, my God. You signed up for Russian literature?
It was It was madness in Russian literature, and the professor was mad and Russian.
Well, that sounds fun then.
It was fun.
Is it worth reading?
Yeah, it's not a bad book.
Okay. All right. Pride and Prejudice.
No,
I
too
never
long.
read that one either.
No, these are all girls' books.
Yeah.
The Scarlet Letter.
No.
I did read that one.
You did?
I read that at Lennox School for Boys. Yeah.
Okay. Brave New World.
Aldous Huxley?
Yes.
Nope.
I read that one. That's
I
a
don't
good
think
book.
I read that one.
And let's see. And To Kill a Mockingbird. Never heard of
Yes,
that
I
one.
did.
I read
saw
that
the movie
one.
too.
Okay, you both did that one. All right, right now it's like 7-6. Let me throw a tiebreaker out there, which surprisingly is not on this list.
Yeah.
War and Peace, which I loved. I really enjoyed War
I
and
didn't
Peace.
read that.
Did not read it. No.
Well, it looks like Kimmer's actually squeaked by
I'll
here.
be damned.
I blame the U.S. education
That's
system.
so hard to believe. In fact, I remember Hugh Downs once was talking about two things. Hugh Downs got one of the early hair transplants, and Hugh Downs was doing TV shows as host for years and years and years back in the day. In fact, Pete, you probably know who Hugh Downs is, right? Do you even know who Hugh Downs is, Chris? You've ever heard of that name?
I do not.
Oh my God! See, and you're what,
Wow.
25? How old are you?
I'm almost 27 and turning later this month.
Okay, so in your mid-20s, never heard of Hugh Downs. And I'll bet most people in the 20s have never heard of Hugh Downs.
No.
He was everywhere. Nice man. He was a host. He was a newsy host and an interviewer.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. I mean, he was a newsy information guy, a TV host guy. And he, two things. He got one of the early hair transplants, and he talked about it and showed what they did. And the second thing he was well known for was that there's a certain list of the best books, and I think it's like 100 of the books that everybody who's read all great books should read all these great books. And there's a certain, and it's a long list. It's like 100 or something like that of these books, and he's read them all. And I thought, wow, that would be something. If including I'm sure all those books that on your 19 list, but again, all those, and I wish I didn't know we could talk about this, or I would have looked it up. But there is some kind of an official list of the great books or the books that are suggested as a full reading supply. Anyway, I remembered Hugh Downs for that. It's kind of cool. Pete Davis, I have a question for you, sir. In Holy Crap at Sports coming up after 5:00, are you going to be talking about?
Yes.
Well, I guess I can't even ask the question now. Are you going to be talking about, the story I printed up? Did you see that one?
The hockey?
Yeah.
Yes, in depth.
In depth, including the thing that I thought was unusual and about whether they could get away with doing that for the other guy, the other team?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what bothered me, and I wanted to ask a question about whether that's legal. We're going to talk about
funny
a stunt.
as hell that
And I got to thinking. I think I probably would have done it to see if I could get away with it. Anyway, that's I don't want to spoil anything, but that's coming up in the Holy Crap at Sports, and I don't think he got away with it, but he sure tried.
No, he did not get away with it.
All right, so I printed this out because I said, well, this is going to be cool because I want to hear about this. Anyway, coming up in sports a little after 5. Also, this happened the other day, and I didn't talk about it, on Dear Abby and Gene Phillips and Dear Abby, and I read it every day, and what's about to become no more newspaper because they're just going out of business. And one of the Dear Abby columns was a girl who writes in and says, my longtime friend Cindy is 6 months pregnant, and she started sharing name ideas with me regarding her baby. It's a girl. For some reason, Cindy will hear a word she thinks sounds pretty, and that it will make a great name for her daughter, regardless of what the word means. I had to beg her to stop considering the word chlamydia as a name for her baby.
Oh, my God. How about locks and
She finally agreed after I kept bullying her because the kids would bully her daughter for her whole life.
Hey, when I worked at Georgia State Admissions Office, I'm not kidding.
I remember this. Tell the story.
The girl's name, she was 18 years old, applying to Georgia State. Her name was La
Gornaria or something like that.
La Gornaria.
La Gornaria.
La Gornaria.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah, write it out.
And the girl says, Cindy's family doesn't even care about the word chlamydia. They think it sounds lovely and they should go with it. This girl says, I'm at my wit's end. She wants to also use words like bidet.
Well, maybe she squirts. I don't know.
And Dear Abby says, there are none so blind as those who will not see, and none so deaf as those who refuse to listen. Cindy might like the Greek name Callista or Lydia or Olympia or Andromeda. Constellation. Anyway,
That's
good
as bad as a guy that used to work for my parents whose name was Shatid. But you can guess how that's spelled.
Shatid.
Shatid is how it's pronounced.
Shated.
But it's an S-letter word. Head is how you spell it.
Oh, mercy. It's 4:30 in the afternoon already. Look out. It's still light. And by the way, the darkness last night when I turned around a little before 6
Bam.
was black. I thought, oh my God.
It was.
I'm telling you,
In
it's just
day.
gone.
Bam.
It just started with the daylight saving and wham, and now it gets dark in like 9 seconds. I'm going to try to remember to say, there it goes. I mean, I'll find today, later today. 4:31.
When political discourse gets ugly, count on Extra 106.3 to be the voice of reason when tempers flare. The violent rhetoric from the left won't change our mission. It won't affect our hearts, and it won't stop us from being the voice of our community. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is in the air, and Central Heating and Air Conditioning is making it the perfect time to upgrade your comfort. For a limited time, you get up to $2,100 in rebates and 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. That's right, savings up front and no interest for 5 whole years. A brand new carrier system from Central delivers dependability, efficiency, and comfort every family deserves. Central Heating and Air Conditioning have set the standard in heating and cooling for over 3 generations. And now's your chance to bring that comfort home with the best savings of the season. These dual incentives don't come around often, so act now. Call 770-GET-HEAT today. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or visit centralheat.com, centralheat.com. Upgrade your comfort, lock in your savings, and turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
What's on your wish list? Trendy gold bracelet or a personal birthstone necklace? Guys, is it a bold new timepiece or a curb-link chain? How about a timeless pair of diamond studs you can upgrade for life? This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, where since 1939, we've been helping Atlanta fill up their jewelry wish lists in a fun, laid-back atmosphere. Come try on, mix and match, or sit down with an expert custom designer and build the jewelry box of your dreams. No pressure. We have a trained staff of jewelers, not salespeople, to help you find the right fit for any style, any occasion, and any budget. Take one of our pillow cards with you to drop a hint, and we'll give your secret shopper 10% off your wish list just to say thanks for hanging out with us. You can even bring the card back and treat yourself. D. Geller & Son has Atlanta's best selection of fashion trends like stackable rings and gemstone necklaces, and the best value in staples like diamond studs and engagement rings. So come by D. Geller & Son in Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
Faith, family, freedom. These are the cornerstones of America and the foundation for a successful life. But today, all three are under attack. Crushing debt, out-of-control spending, and reckless policies in Washington are threatening your savings, your retirement, and your future. Hi, this is Glenn Beck. The only financial advisory firm I recommend in Atlanta is Nicholas Wealth Management. David Nicholas and his team believe protecting your money is about more than wealth. It's about defending your faith, your family, and your freedom. If your hard-earned retirement is left exposed to market chaos, higher taxes, or inflation, what happens to the life you've worked so hard to build? For over 20 years, David Nicholas has helped families right here in Atlanta fight back with retirement strategies built to better withstand uncertainty. Call Nicholas Wealth Management today, 404-890-5606, or visit nicholaswealth.com. Aim to safeguard your future today.
Nicholas Wealth is an independent financial services firm that uses a variety of different investment strategies.
You and your buddy, you've been through a lot with each other, the ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job. He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit stopmyed.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at stopmyed.com.
Oh, for God's sakes, are we still doing it?
Welcome to the Kimmer Show halftime update.
Things happen
Let's
sometimes.
check in with Pete on the scoreboard. Stories prepared versus stories actually covered.
Trying to get into everything in the middle of the show.
You were feeling your oats a little this morning, I'm afraid.
Yeah, what do you mean?
14 stories bugged Chris.
Well, there's a lot going on. I wanted to get them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many of the 14 do you think you've done?
Well, I've done probably 12.7.
Lower.
11 and 14/97.
Lower.
11 stories and 4/10.
Lower.
9.5 stories.
Lower.
8 and 7/8 stories.
Lower.
7 and 14/19. Well, I didn't do any then. I got what? How many?
29%.
Oh.
You did 4.
Oh God. Well,
4.
Well, stuff happens.
And only because you added 1 at the last second.
Well,
a piece of sound.
I did have to add a couple late here in the day. I just now. By the way, I couldn't do that with Flounder. If I had gone in, now see, I don't touch the stuff. Yeah, when I want a story, I go to Flounder. I say, here, print this up for you, and that's the deal. If Flounder had been here, and if I'd gone to him at like 2:40 in the afternoon before the 3 o'clock show, like I did with Chris, and say, I need this new story, this latest one on what's her name, and he says, great, glad to do it for you. Went out there, printed it up, everything's fine, brought it back, smile on his face. If I had tried that with Flounder, oh my God.
He's a busy man.
Oh, geez. I would have had to, because he's got 9 things going in there.
He does.
And I don't know what's happening. If I have freaking Flounder, they got to have him do like a million. It's unbelievable. I mean, he's got literally. So I can't go in there after about like 1:32. I leave him alone. I don't talk to Flounder. I don't see what's going on because seriously, I don't look in there. But Chris didn't know any better. He said, sure, I'll get it for you. Which I think is fairly amusing.
I wasn't doing anything at the time, so
there
gave me something to do.
Yeah, anyway, we tease, we joke. Anyway, to the phones. Bob, I believe, is on the phone. Hey, Bob, you're on the radio. What's going on, man?
Hey, guys, this is to go along with Pete's story about gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea.
My mother used to work in children's services, family and children's services in South Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And back in the late 70s, I went home weekend after at UGA and went to take her to lunch, and she says, read this right here. And I said, what? It's a couple of children's names. And I went, oh, that's gonorrhea. And she says, she pronounced it gonorrhea. And that was one of the children's names. And so it might be the same person, Pete, that you talked to, because that would have been about, I don't know, 18 to 20 years later.
Yeah, probably the same person. Oh, my
I'm talking
goodness.
1988 or 89 is when I saw it. Yeah.
That could have been the same person then, yeah, because it would have been about 77, 78 when I went home for the weekend.
I'll be damned.
So,
pretty
that's
cool.
it, Gnoria.
Gnoria.
That's how you pronounce it.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Bob. Have a great day. Kimber Pete, Chris in for Flounders coming up on 4:40. And a quick, it reminds me there was a famous, I can't remember who the comedian was, a black guy as I recall, and he was lamenting the fact that he thought too many black families named their kids after things they found in the drugstore. Pepsodent, you get your butt over here, Sophie. You know. Listerine, I'm not going to tell you again. Anyway, a quick update on, remember the story of the guy who worked for the Department of Justice, and there was a protest in Washington, D.C., and the guy named Sean Dunn threw a sandwich into a Border Patrol agent. He was arrested, faced charges of assaulting, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating, and interfering with a federal official. Well, the jury deliberated for 7 hours and reached a verdict today, not guilty. He admits he threw the sandwich, and he did it in protest of Donald Trump's deployment of the National Guard to Washington, D.C., and his legal team said it was not a violent attack. He was being heralded as a hero by residents all over the city. They didn't dispute the fact he threw it at the CPB officer outside a nightclub. They said it was an exclamation point to express his negative feelings about the National Guard. Prosecutors tried to say that doesn't make him immune from prosecution for assaulting the agent.
Right.
Yeah,
it's Democrat justice in a Democrat city.
That's right.
Remember that.
The jury said, no, you can throw stuff at a federal agent doing his job. You can throw things at a federal agent doing his job, mock him, jeer him, cause a disturbance, and it's okay.
Okay. They're doing the Malcolm
He got fired.
X
The guy got fired.
Yeah, by any means necessary.
Yeah.
We've got to, the hell with the civility.
Yeah,
If they're going to cheat, we're going to cheat.
I like
by
it.
any means necessary.
I like it.
Win.
They're killing people. They're shooting people.
Yeah, they're killing our side, and we're sitting back going, we don't want to upset them.
Yeah. And again, of course, if we do anything or react in any way, then we're the bad guys automatically.
Yeah.
And, of course, the mainstream media is going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
In fact, here's a great example.
But we got to ignore that. We got to ignore that because now they're killing us.
Yeah.
So that's out the window. Now, I don't care what the legacy media calls us anymore. I don't care what your neighbor or your friends or your family calls you.
Yeah.
If you know what's right, do it.
Yeah. And not only that, they're saying that the Democrats have been too gentlemanly. The Democrats, surveys show the Democrats believe they've been too weak and too mild, and they need to be stronger to react to what Donald Trump is doing to ruin America. My God. I mean, plans for things like that. And here's an example of how the media is making this all possible. The Immigration Customs ICE officers were at a Chicago daycare center. Video showed an arrest taking place and people screaming, and the media made it look as though the officers of ICE had burst into a Chicago daycare center and were interrupting the children and wrestling one of the mothers to the ground in front of all the kids and so forth because they were now busting daycare centers looking for illegal immigrants. Well, Homeland Security says, now, wait a minute. The ICE officers arrested a Colombian national woman who was released at the border under the Biden administration 2 years ago. She was being arrested. She was in a vehicle with another guy during a traffic stop. Authorities say they pulled her over, they fled and ran into two people in the car, including this woman, ran into the building after the traffic stop. The arrest did not occur inside the daycare itself. She recklessly endangered the children by entering the building, being chased by officers. They restrained her forcibly as she was screaming and fighting the police outside the Early Learning Center, arresting the daycare employees. Also were trying to get to her and help her get away after she was placed in an ICE vehicle. So she ran from the police and pulled her over, resisted arrest, ran into a daycare center. They pulled her out, and then her friends tried to get her out of the police car. She was a preschool teacher. Work authorization, however, does not confer legal status in America. Her authorization was given under Biden, but it was illegal. She never should have gotten the authorization. I mean, again, this is what they did. They said, come on in and do what you want to do. Get a job, sure. We're not going to stop you. This woman also has a history of endangering minors. She told her 2 children, young teens, to go ahead across the border by yourselves last month. She's facilitating human smuggling by hiring individuals to carry out coming across the border. And Tricia McLaughlin, that magnificent-looking Assistant Secretary of Public Affairs, said the car she was being driven by a guy refused to comply as they activated sirens and emergency lights. They sped into a shopping plaza where the incident captured. They ran into that nursery and tried to barricade themselves inside the house and inside the daycare center after fleeing the vehicle. I mean, and of course the media's all over this saying, oh, they're arresting daycare workers now. God, you know, we're doomed. If the media started, honestly, if the media started acting responsibly right now and just did the right thing, saying, well, of course, we all now realize that boys can't play girls' sports and they shouldn't be going to the bathroom next to girls in junior high. So we know that's wrong. So let's, the world would have to get used to it, to go back to the way we used to be as actual human beings. Anyway, and it's the media's allowing this all to happen, and Republicans are going to come out on the short end of this because we don't stick together. It's 4:45 already. Shannon Burke joins us from Florida Man Country, and we got the whole deal coming up here. Plus, I'm going to have a fun memory here coming back about something that happened because of a TV show many years ago. Yes, Pete Davis isn't going to like this, but I don't think Chris has heard the story, so I get to say it one more time. Yeah, I can't wait. Coming up next, oh boy. Yeah, can't wait.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow XTRA 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at XTRA 106.3.
Thousands of veterans across Georgia are missing out on the benefits they've earned through their service. The Warrior Alliance is changing that by connecting veterans and their families to life-changing resources and support. Tune into the Warrior Alliance Network, our podcast and radio show dedicated to helping veterans succeed after service. Join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Talk Radio 106.3 to hear inspiring veteran stories, discover free programs, and learn about career opportunities available to you. Subscribe to the Warrior Alliance YouTube channel today.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. Many people assume their taxes will automatically go down once they retire and stop collecting paychecks. Sean, is this a dangerous assumption?
It can be, because you know what? Lower taxes in retirement can be a myth. It's not always true, right? Remember, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxed, right? Your traditional IRA and 401k income is 100% taxable, so that needs to be accounted for. And that's why it's so important to find ways to reduce or eliminate your taxes wherever possible.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
Hey, look, now is the time to start looking ahead and identifying your tax liabilities in retirement. Well, we have a great resource for you guys. We have what's called the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get a copy today by calling or texting the word WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement. It has chapters on everything from Social Security to investments to income planning. We include guides in there as well as on strategies for income planning, for taxes, and even dealing with recessions in retirement, among other things. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text the word WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer. Get your Retire Happy framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. And the team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy framework right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Firm does not provide tax services.
True Prep's at it again with even more in-store specials. They have the Glock 19 Gen 4 and Glock 19X in stock today while supplies last. In addition, they have great deals on 15 and 33-round Glock 9mm magazines through November 12th. Other deals include the Radical Firearms AR-15 for only $399.99 and some of the lowest prices on 9mm and .223 ammo you will find in Atlanta. Check them out in-store at True Prep or on Cobb Parkway in Marietta, or check out their full list of these and other deals at TruePrep.com. That's TRUPrep.com.
Okay, who just opened your Obamacare or Marketplace renewal and almost fell off that chair? Hey, 35%, and it's not even any better? You're not crazy. They keep jacking the premium and giving you less. I don't know about this stuff, but I know who does. I go to Steven, the health insurance doctor. I send people there because he's been doing this 16 years. He wins awards for this stuff. He helps the self-employed, 1099, small business owners, the people actually paying for their own insurance. You bet you're going to get corporate-style coverage, nationwide PPO. How about lower zero deductibles, plans that pay you cash benefits when you use them? And he does it all around the year round there because, you know what, he's independent. He's got multiple carriers to quote. A lot of you are going to see that premium go right down instead of up. And in some cases, saving us 60% over that renewal number. He works for you, not Washington. Here's the number, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. Or go to healthinsurancedoctor.net. It's Steven, not a call center. Your plan, your savings, and tell him the Kibber said you. You know, there's a girl on Fox right now with that Will Kane wearing an off-the-shoulder blouse. And that's very sexy. Isn't it?
It's in right now.
Isn't it? Huh?
There was a girl at Game 7 behind home plate that was wearing something like that the whole game.
Really? Wow. I mean, that's very, I remember that. It's a very sexy look, bare shoulders. Anyway, she's a news contributor. I don't know who she's talking about. Anyway, this would be Cher. Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. All the men would come around. 1971. I can't even say gypsy anymore without being, offending somebody. A minor triggering event, apparently. 1971, Cher started a 2-week run at number 1 with Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. It was Cher's first solo number 1 hit. It made number 4 in Britain. The song earned her a Grammy Award nomination, Best Female Pop. Cher in 1971. And by the way, I just saw popped up on my Facebook page when I opened it up. A lot of things just pop up there. One of them was Cher reacting to criticism about pictures of her with her new boyfriend. And Cher has got to be like 70 now or something, and her boyfriend is like, 41 or 26 or something or other. And she was, saying, well, you don't know my life or whatever. And she was, kind of defending herself. And I thought, when I saw the picture of the two of them together, the only thing I thought was that poor thing, what she did to her face. Cher, it looks like her face is ready to explode.
Yeah, there's a 40-year age gap between the two.
She's 79.
She's 79?
Yeah.
God.
I just realized she's from El Centro, California, which is pretty much almost the armpit of California.
Yeah, that's, isn't that Grover? Isn't that like...
No, it's right. It's halfway between Yuma and San Diego.
Oh, boy.
Nothing.
Well, there's nothing in there.
Nothing there.
Wow. And I thought the poor thing, what she did to her face. I mean, it looks like she's just made of putty or something, and like she can't move. Oh, I felt bad for her, And again, I guess it's men's fault because women want to stay younger looking, but that can't be younger looking, is it? I mean, when you, no, I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I know it's wrong. It's wrong in every way, and I just feel bad. I really feel bad for her. I'll bet she hates what she did. I bet she does. Anyway, birthday list includes Kelly Rutherford. I don't know who this is. Blake Lively's mom on Gossip Girl. Kelly Rutherford is 57. years old today. And on this day in history, okay, here we go. You got Pete Davis is going to make fun of me, and I don't blame you because every little while I do this. Now, Chris, I don't think you've heard this story. My Phil Donahue story? Have you heard my Phil Donahue story?
I don't believe so.
Okay, here we go. Well, you'd remember if you did. 1967, we'll start off with this. 1967, the TV show Phil Donahue debuts as a local program in Dayton, Ohio. You know who Phil Donahue is, right?
Yes, I have heard that.
Dayton, Ohio local show hosted by Phil Donahue, a pioneer in daytime controversial talk shows. His first guest was atheist Madeline Murray O'Hare, known as, quote, the most hated woman in America. This was in 1967. 3 years later, Phil Donahue show was picked up for national syndication in 1970. I was on his show as a guest twice. Once when I was there when his topic was, it was with my girlfriend who was the first human being on the planet Earth to get the artificial interferon shot. She had cancer. And she was the first human being to get the artificial interferon shot, part of a test group. She was the first one to get it. She was in People magazine and all stuff. And she died in my arms several years later. But I was on the show with her. And I'm in the green room before the show. The guests included the Nobel Prize winner for science. For the DNA.
Who is it?
No, the DNA molecule.
Who is it?
Oh, God, my name thinks. I'll think of it before the end of the show.
Watson or Crick?
No, it was Watson. It was Watson. It was Watson. And Dr. Watson was the guest talking about DNA because my girlfriend was talking about the chemical reaction of body. So this started So anyway, so the guy walks in, Dr. Watson, won the Nobel freaking Prize, discovered DNA, and he's got egg on his face from having breakfast.
Literally.
This is in the green room, I swear to God. So I go
what?
up to him. I go up to Dr. Watson, the Nobel Prize winner. I say, hey, Doc, you got a little something. You got a little something. You go, oh, okay, thanks, man. I just got the biggest kick.
You know what you should have said when he said thanks?
What?
Elementary, my dear.
Elementary, I see, I should have. Dr. Watson, I presume, or something like that. Anyway, so that was my first.
Dr. Livingston, I think.
That was my first Phil Donahue story. My second Phil Donahue story is I was on the show. I was doing a radio show here in Atlanta, and our guest on radio was Phil Donahue's producer, who was saying, you know, we can never get guests all the time. We got a show coming up about how fathers deal with their growing daughters, teenage daughters' growing sexuality, and how fathers deal with their little girls growing up in front of their eyes. And the girl next to me, Miriam Moad, said, oh, hell, the Kimmer's going through this right now. His daughters are teenagers. And the guy said, okay, we'll get you on the show. They flew me in New York with my daughters. In fact, I forgot to put the picture of my daughters with Phil Donahue, which I have at home on the Facebook today. So we flew into New York, and I'm on the show with Phil Donahue, and the guy's making a joke, and I said, Phil Donahue, Phil, I only have one rule in my family with my two daughters who are growing sexuality. My one rule is no dating until they're 25 and no sex until I'm dead. And the crowd laughed, and Phil said, oh, da-da-da. So it was very funny. So all of a sudden, I started getting phone calls. The show was over, show posted on. I started getting phone calls. This is back to like 88 or 89 or something like that, before cell phone and stuff like that. And I would get, my phone was listed, I guess, and I would get phone calls from women around the country who wanted to come and see me. And they did. And one of them described herself, and I said, well, and she said, well, people tell me I am the exact splitting image of Stephanie Powers, who was a famous, at the time, the famous actress, TV actress. And I said, okay, sure. And she flew into town to be with me, got her hotel room, and I swear to God, was Stephanie Powers. I made love to Stephanie Powers. I know it. I know it's true. One day when she writes her memoir, she's going to say, yeah, I remember that guy in Atlanta. Flew in to see, was on Phil Donahue. Boy, was that a wonderful thing. And I swear, she was Stephanie Powers.
Was she the spitting image?
Spitting image, baby. And there were others. It was not. It was one girl drove up. God, she was so beautiful, and she drove her boyfriend's Corvette, a new Corvette, to let me drive her vet with her. Anyway, we have time for Flounders Funny. I probably blew the whole segment.
Nah, we got to push past it.
Okay, we'll do it. Now, we got Shannon Burke coming up at 5 o'clock, so we'll get it all in. We got tweets, we got stuff, Flounders Funny, and everything else. But I swear, I know I was single. I was single, and they called me. I didn't do anything. And there were like 3 or 4 of them, and it was unbelievable. I mean, it was just unbelievable. And, you know, who am I to not be a gentleman? In fact, that girl who had her boyfriend's Corvette, who drove her boyfriend's Corvette, we were at dinner, and we're both really nervous because I was never a Casanova guy or anything like that, but all of a sudden these women are, because I was on TV, we were both so nervous. We were having dinner, and I spilled my drink on her.
You're smooth.
I tipped over my drink on her.
A real Lothario.
I got nothing.
You need the best wingman in the world. Is what you need.
That's why I need something, all right. Anyway, Shannon Burke is coming up next with Kimber Pete and Chris in for Flounder on 106.3. Stephanie Powers, I swear it was Stephanie Powers. I miss her. I miss you, Stephanie. I need you.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, XTRA 106.3.
Fox News. The FAA's capacity reductions set to begin will mean fewer flights for some air travelers to choose from. Cuts that will be phased in to ease staffing shortages as a government shutdown continues.
Senate Democrats are mulling a partial agreement to fund some areas of the government, but House Speaker Mike Johnson will not commit to a separate health care vote. Lawmakers are worried about flight cancellation.
Fox's Chad Pergram on Capitol Hill. The House passed a short-term spending bill in September that would have avoided the shutdown. That same stopgap measure keeps failing to advance in the Senate. Federal health officials say a deal with drug makers Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk will help fight chronic diseases by reducing obesity.
Most favored nations agreements will drastically cut the price of their GLP-1 weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy.
These are two companies that are behind the groundbreaking weight loss drugs that have helped millions of Americans struggling with obesity live better, longer lives, everything else. These are the two companies that really broke ground.
President Trump says the drug makers will sell those drugs at $245 a month for Medicare and Medicaid patients, and they will be available at cheaper prices on a White House-run Trump RX website beginning next year. The Trump administration has struck similar agreements with Pfizer and AstraZeneca.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The president says the companies also agree to a lower price for new oral versions of those injectable drugs still in development if they win approval. Months after a federal panel postponed a vote on delaying a hepatitis P vaccine for newborns, a group of independent vaccine experts are examining data.
The Vaccine Integrity Project says it will complete its review by early December.
Fox's Carmen Roberts. A CDC panel tabled a proposal to delay the shot for babies whose mothers test negative. America is listening to Fox News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, MediShare members like it. We know this from member surveys. They like it a lot. It's a proven thing now. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they will waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is November 15th, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 866-89-BIBLE. That's 866-89-BIBLE, 866-89-BIBLE.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Hair, help, hair, dilly, hut, help, hilly, hut. Road guards out. Hair, help, hair, hilly, look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Shannon Burke and Pete and Chris in for Flounder, and it's Man Country, Florida time. Hello.
Hey, what do you say, man? What's going on?
How you doing, sir? What's happening?
I'm doing well. Doing well there. How's everybody up in Atlanta?
You know, we're about to have a little cold snap. It's beautiful kind of fall weather. It got real warmish again, like 70, and all of a sudden we're going to get snow flurries over the weekend.
Oh, I remember those days in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Probably a little teeny thing. I don't think it's a big deal, but here we go. It's November. Hell,
it makes you think about Christmas.
Yes, it does. Here we go. And by the way, all the stores, it's all Christmas time.
Yeah,
right, the day after Halloween, they get rid of the Halloween stuff, and it's Christmas everywhere.
They bumped it up. They skipped over Thanksgiving and the fall, the corn cobs and the hay bales and all that stuff.
God, I mean, wow,
cornholing.
Now again, if I were, and again for you, ladies and gentlemen, from certain parts of the country, that is a sport. In actual, it's a like a hobby game thing. For you may have to look that up because it has different, in parts of the country. That's not really the thing you would say.
Corn's not even involved in it.
No. It has nothing to do with it.
There are holes, though.
Grain.
Yeah, there are holes. Corn is not even in it.
Anyway, sir.
Well, I mean, speaking of Thanksgiving, right around the corner, there anybody traveling by air?
Not me. and again, I think obviously this isn't going to go on forever, but still, I'm surprised there isn't an effort to try to nationalize the air traffic controllers to make and have some kind of emergency pay so they get their money and get back to work.
Right. Well, I know that they, what's his name, Florida Senator Rick Scott, tried the they don't get paid, we don't get paid thing, and that didn't go over very well because no one wants to write away their paycheck.
Yeah.
Vote for the.
Well, they're going to get it back. When they go back to work, they're going to get their money. They always get their money back. So it's
back pay.
So you have to suck it up for however long this lasts, and then you're going to get your money back. So
this morning, a federal judge ordered Trump to fully fund SNAP. He didn't say where to get the money. He just said, find the money.
Yeah, well,
go get some money. They know the emergency fund's got $4.6 billion in it. That's not enough to go 2 weeks. It's $9 billion or so a month for SNAP benefits.
Yeah.
And the judge didn't really care. So after the No Kings rallies, we don't want a king. We want a king. Now you're going to the king and saying, skip over the.
Have to have a king.
No more congressional apportionment of this money. You just go find that money and give it to these SNAP people.
Yeah. The last administration was a king. They kept Donald Trump off the ballot. They tried to put him in jail. They tried to shoot him twice. I mean, talk about taking over a country and doing what you want with it, to be politicizing the DOJ and the intelligence community. My God, man.
Yeah. I don't know. When you look at the whole thing, the shutdown business and healthcare, and if Trump wants to keep people out of the healthcare and make children die.
Please.
Everything about the ACA is Democratic policy. Not a single Republican voted for the ACA. The funding, the COVID emergency funding, came from Democratic legislation. The expiration date for said funding was also written by Democrats. Now that date's approaching, and they're like, hey, Trump wrecked it all.
Yep, their plan. It was their plan. It ended, and now they think that they could have that all put back in together without taking a vote or negotiating or anything else.
Yeah.
Extortion. Blackmail.
It is. It's a shame.
Screw them. Dirt bags.
I
hate what they're doing. I swear to God, this Mondami thing. Here we are. He's the new face of the Democrat Party. If the Republicans don't make him the new face of the Democrat Party, they're nuts. And AOC, Ocasio Bang Stupidio, says we're going to primary these people. If you don't get on board with Mondami, we're going to primary you. So the Democrats are eating their own.
Yeah. Well, it's either come with us to the far left or you're gone.
We'll go get you. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no moderate Democrats anymore. You're either with them or you're against them. I mean, look at Schumer's kowtowing to the far, far left. This guy voted for every CR he's ever seen until this one came up. And, he's going to lose his gig, I think, to AOC.
AOC's going to go get him. Yeah, they're threatening to anyway.
What do you think about Marjorie Taylor Greene, the rumor she wants to run for president against J.D. Vance?
Nonsense.
You don't think that's real?
No, that's not going to happen. Well, it may well happen. And frankly, that'll be good for the party to have people talking about various things, but she's not going to be president of the United States. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not ever going to be president of the United States and never going to be the Republican ticket holder. I mean,
I agree. I agree. You got to be a moron to challenge J.D. Vance, I think,
what's the point? I mean, if you again, it freaking figures. What's her point now? Now she's taking on Donald Trump, and she's trying to be, I mean, good for her. If she wants to be a gadfly or, a fly in the ointment or be a stirrer of things and stuff, that's fine. But please, if you're going to try to ruin the freaking Republican Party for the off-year elections or the presidential elections, then you're a danger to the structure we're trying to get going back in this country again. Why would you try to divide the party and try? If she runs for president, then she's going to be criticizing Donald Trump, criticizing J.D. Vance, and here we're attacking ourselves from within. What the hell's the point, Marjorie? You're not going to be president. So,
Mamdani said he's not going to waste any time. He sees his, what did he get, 50.4%? He says that's a mandate. And he's going to be aggressive about his socialist agenda.
Yeah.
And I don't know, can you think of anyone that he can easily do as the mayor? The grocery store thing, I don't know. The free bus thing, you got the MTA involved. That involves the state. They're like, they were not giving this stuff away for free.
The governor's got to, he can't just say we're going to start taxing billionaires an extra 3%. But, you can't just say it and it'll happen, you idiot. But
I think the dummies that voted for him believe that he could do all of these things.
Well, again, when I go home at night, I listen to Jesse Kelly, who's on our station from 6 to 9 at night. A former congressman, ran for Congress a couple times, lost a couple times. Jarhead, 6'8" Marine combat veteran kind of guy. And he has made the point many, many times that the biggest problem for elections in this country today for conservatives is young, educated white women.
Yeah.
The stats show that 18 to 30-year-old women, 80% voted for the commie. 80% of them. For uneducated, blue-collar workers, it was only like 40%. Super educated masters and PhDs, 70% voted for him. And young white women. For all those Democrats who won, 85% of the women who voted were young white women voting for all those Democrats in every one of those elections, New Jersey, Virginia, and everything.
The majority of voters that also voted for Mamdani were not necessarily true New Yorkers. Yeah, they weren't born there. They had lived there for less than 5 years.
Right.
So like, hey, we're just here for the party.
Again, it supposedly went from 200K to 350K of just Muslim voters.
Yeah,
and they're gloating over it. Yeah.
Well, one Jew hater to another. I mean, this guy's been caught more than once. And by the way, the thing that also bothered me, again, see, the Democrats stick together. They have they're like Jesse Kelly calls, they're not Democrats or liberals, they're communists. I mean, they're just freaking communists. And the problem is that they stick together. And here's why they won this election by sticking together, because the turnout was only 38%.
Wow.
The most controversial election of a mayor in the history of the world. When has there ever been a more explosive covered mayoral election in your memory than what happened in New York this week? Can you think of one, any mayor's election anywhere, anytime in history?
I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's even is that like the norm for a city election in New York City?
Can you believe it? And it was a higher turnout than most of their elections. 38%.
Wow.
I mean, that's unbelievable. That's outrageous.
That's awful. Very, very bad.
And again, it's because the young white women stick together, the Muslims stick together, the Jew haters stick together, and the foreigners stick together, and even that 38% is enough to do it. I also added up the vote totals. Mamdani got 25,000 plus more votes than both Sliwa and Cuomo put together. So even if they had all voted for Cuomo instead, he still would have lost.
Who would have lost?
If Sliwa's voters all voted for Cuomo still would have lost. Mamdani won 25,000 more votes than the two of them combined.
Oh, God, that's pathetic.
So he would have won no matter what.
I don't know. Do you think people... I didn't look at the age demographics of these voters, but you think people now have a different view of socialism, or they haven't been around, or they don't know history and how bad?
66% of the latest Democrat survey showed that the 66% of Democrats are okay with socialist tendencies.
Well, that's how
they're
it gets started.
Okay with it. Yep.
Well, if Bernie Sanders had the testosterone, he would have an erection right now, because this is his dream come true.
They're loving it, yeah.
And he says that we need to spread his message across America.
Right, there you go. That's what I'm saying, yeah. And AOC says, we'll primary you. If you Democrats don't get on board with Mamdani, we're going to primary you.
Where did she get
She said that. She said, I got her words. We got the story. We're coming after you.
I don't think he's in for a harsh reality check, though.
Well, Scott, he's not going to pull. Those businessmen are going to come. The billionaires in New York are going to somehow get to the councilman and say, "All right, you guys. If you want to, how do you like that little pretty wife of yours? Okay, let's turn down these programs by this idiot mayor. All right, you mind?" Jeez.
And in his speech, he seemed his acceptance speech. Kind of a different guy than we've seen throughout the campaign. Yeah, he's like angry and mad.
We're coming after you.
And he has to bring up, if anyone can show a nation betrayed by Donald Trump how to defeat him, it is the city that gave rise to him. Yeah. It was all about Trump. Yeah. It's all about, empty promises, and we're going to get Trump, get Trump, get Trump. He sounded like Letitia James, acceptance speech up there.
And in fact, I got a big kick. In fact, let's get that sound. Well, play that. We have an 8-second soundbite which sums up everything. Last night, I got the biggest kick out of, I think it was Jesse Waters when I started. It might have been the girl before Laura before that. But either way, they played sound bites of Bill Clinton, Barack Hussein Putty Tat, the Bushes, every president for like the last 5 or 6. And every one of their sound bites said, we have to cut down the size of the government in America. It says too unwieldy. We need to get back to streamlining American government. And then they played the sound bite of Mondami saying this. 8 seconds.
We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about.
That's terrifying.
There you go.
Terrifying.
Think about that, what he just said.
No problem.
We
no
can
issue
do
too small.
Everything. Small, big, we're in on it. We want to be involved
every
in
aspect of your life.
That's right.
Yes, no matter how insignificant and small it is, it's our concern, and we're going to deal with it.
Have you, in your memory, can you remember another Democrat, another nationwide political leader Democrat who's actually said that?
No.
I mean, seriously, can you think of anybody who's actually said out loud, "We want to run everything"?
No, but I know in my heart of hearts, I think you guys probably do too. That's every Democrat's wet dream.
Yeah,
they love to do that.
Yeah.
They don't say it out loud though, but he did.
Just said it out loud. I mean, it's just amazing. A communist said it out loud in America.
Yeah, he's a communist.
My God, he just
look. He's the first. I think that I don't know how many. Democrats right now were elected or campaigned for whatever office they hold on the fact that they were democratic socialists.
Yeah.
This is a guy very proud to put
Bernie
socialist.
Sanders, and that's it, pretty much.
Yeah, and he's an independent. Yeah. But he absolutely loves this. Something that he this is the dream government for him. If everybody thought the same way, then he got 3 homes, and then he kind of changed his tune a little bit.
Well, he's a palace back in Uganda or something, so that's nice.
There is a real estate guy down here in Miami area who told Fox News the other day that he's got $100 million in signed contracts right now from New Yorkers that are headed here, this very minute.
Well, I hope they leave their New Yorkerism behind.
I would hope so, too. I mean, if you're rich in New York and a socialist comes along and promises all these horrible things are going to happen to you, we're going to tax you because you're rich and white, and you're still a Democrat, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, you're right. Time to move.
But there is something wrong with them. That's why they're locusts. They destroy their habitat and move somewhere else.
Yep, that's right. Suck the honey out of the country and disappear, bastards. Anyway, Shannon Burke, they're playing our music. Is that our thing? All right, listen, man, have a great weekend. We got a golf tournament tomorrow, but in the meantime,
good luck.
Have a great weekend. Thanks, Shannon.
Brother.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Shannon Burke right here. 517 with Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Now, do we go right into a thing here? We do a little thing with Pete, or what do we do?
Usually go right to sports.
There we go. But I think Chris is wondering.
Holy Crap, It's Sports is coming up.
But we do that right now, right? Or do you want to do? Are you doing the commercial break? We normally go right to Pete.
We don't do commercial break.
Normally we go right to Pete. Now, do you have? Does your log say you need to take a commercial break?
It does.
All right, go ahead.
Let's take a okay. Well, and again, we have a great sports stuff coming up here, which I can't wait to talk about because you'll enjoy.
It's hard, it's wood, it's log.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here, hold on. 517. Here we go. Don't go away. We're not done.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on XTRA 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
Hey, get your health insurance right. Well, no, I say I'm some kind of carnival barker, but I'll tell you what, this is the time of year. And the good news is I don't know anything about health insurance policies, but have somebody else do it for me. And if you need someone else to do it for you, Steven's the guy. This is the open enrollment for 2026 thing going on right now. Changes hitting your health insurance and your wallet pretty bad. Obamacare, Schmamacare, premiums way up, less service than ever. In Georgia, sticker prices up, I think, like 35%. And that's before subsidies on a $600 plan. You're losing more hundreds of bucks a month. I'm telling you. Now, again, I don't know about this stuff, but guess what? Stephen is the health insurance doctor. He starts with non-Obama Schmamacare options, multiple carriers, not just one company, and compares them side by side. A lot of these folks have nationwide PPO deals, zero deductible, zero copay, go to your own doctor that you want, hospital, stuff like that. And now Stephen's he wins awards for this stuff. He's doing it for almost 20 years. He'll check the doctors, prescriptions, all that stuff, and design your plan, the one you're looking for. Here's the number. Get in touch with you. You can save like $10,000, and families do it all the time. Here's the number: 678-523-0759. Healthinsurancedoctor.net.
You wouldn't buy a luxury car and throw on bargain tires, so why do that with your siding? I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. We install James Hardy siding, and we install it right. And as an elite certified contractor, we follow every spec so your siding qualifies for Hardy's full 30-year warranty. For siding that looks amazing and lasts, call 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Hey, this is Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. So things are deceiving sometimes, and it's hard to explain how much money I can really save you. I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. I mean, let's be realistic. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000, but it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%. Well, really, it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. We found a better way for customers to buy a car. An honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. So the beauty of what we do is we don't put you on a car that we have to sell. We put you on a car that you want. And at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car. Call 1-844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Did you know that there are over 34,000 lawyers in the state of Georgia? Yet despite that huge number, Bruce Hagan was recently named by his peers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state. Do you know who is not among the top 100 lawyers in the state? Some clown standing on top of an 18-wheeler. Those kind of lawyers may make flashy ads, but they're just marketers, not real lawyers. If you've been injured in a car wreck, you need Bruce Hagan, a real lawyer who tries cases and wins. Call Bruce Hagan. He's the real deal for your injury case. Hagan-law.com.
We all know that life can be unpredictable. The moment you're planning that family trip and then the next somebody is sick. And that's why I want to talk to you about the Jace case, your ultimate safety net when emergencies strike. The Jace case isn't just that mess of medications behind the mirror up in the cabinet. It's an organized doctor-prescribed case of life-saving tools paired with a set of cards explaining exactly how and when to use these medications. The case is peace of mind in a time of uncertainty. Imagine having your essential prescriptions right at your fingertips, ready to go when you need them most. Whether it's a sudden allergy flare-up or a common cold, you won't have to scramble to find the help you need. It's about taking charge of your health and being prepared no matter what life throws at you. When you order your Jace case today, use the promo code BECK at jace.com for a discount. Don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. Be ready with the right medications on hand the moment you need them at jase.com, jace.com, promo code BECK.
1961, a brush fire in Bel Air, California burned down the homes of Burt Lancaster, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Marlon Brando, Cary Grant, Robert Stack, and Kim Novak, among others. And now, RBM of Atlanta sponsors Holy Crap at Sports with Pete Davis.
Well, Monday night, Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland picked up a blocked punt in the end zone for a touchdown against the Cardinals. Early this morning, he reportedly took his own life in an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. He was just 24 years old. The Cowboys made a counseling resource available to all players, coaches, and staff today. They're on their bye week, not scheduled to practice again until Monday. The Frisco, Texas police responded to assist the Texas Department of Public Safety with locating a vehicle that evaded troopers during a pursuit that entered the city around 10:30 Central Time Wednesday. Troopers found Kneeland's vehicle had crashed. He fled fled the scene on foot, and officers searched the area with the help of the K-9 units and drones. About 3 hours later, Nealon was found dead in a portable toilet.
Wow.
During the course of the search, officers received info that Nealon expressed suicidal ideations, their words on the report. He also reportedly called his girlfriend and family to say goodbye. The girlfriend said he'd been dealing with some mental health issues. Nealon was the Cowboys' second-round pick out of Western Michigan in 2024, number 56 overall. And Monday's loss to Arizona, he scored the Cowboys' first touchdown, recovered that block punt in the end zone. So, you never know what's going on with somebody.
What a horrible situation. And wasn't that his first touchdown? I think that was his first touchdown. What a horrible story.
Congrats to Braves catcher Drake Baldwin for winning the Baseball Digest NL Rookie of the Year award.
Excellent.
A's first baseman Nick Kurtz won it in the AL. Righty reliever Pierce Johnson's option not picked up by the Braves, nor was right-hander Tyler Kenley, which I thought yesterday had been picked up. Kenley was 0.72 ERA in 24 games with the Braves last season. He impressed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Infielder David Fletcher's club option declined as well. So according to one report, the team should have around maybe $100 million to play with to add to the squad for next season.
I like it.
Yeah,
like it.
Freddie Gonzalez will not be back as third base coach either.
Oh, really?
Fine with me.
Okay.
Auburn will have paid their last three football head coaches $52 million American dollars in buyouts. Gus Malzahn, $21 million. Brian Harsin, $15 million. Hugh Freeze, $16 million.
Oh, my.
Yeah. Guess which conference has the best record against non-conference teams in college football?
Best record against non-conference, well, probably Ohio State or someone like that.
That's not a conference, Ohio State, even though
I'm sorry.
it is.
Which conference has the best record against non-conference teams?
Yeah.
Well, SEC.
Correct, sir. What'd you think, Chris?
I didn't think, based on your question, I was going to expect it to be some other conference other than the SEC.
Just because of the question,
Never bet on the SEC.
No, he doesn't try to double trick you there. It was very straightforward this time.
They're 10-4, 71% win rate. Big 12, 57%. The Big 10, just 41%. And the ACC, 26%.
Oh, my. That's not good.
College football tonight. Georgia Southern at App State. UTSA visits South Florida and Tampa. And check out the Dolly Museum while you're there, boys. It's pretty neat. Then a nice lunch at Doc Ford's while you're down there.
All right, sir.
Watch out, though. The birds will steal your food on the patio.
Yes, they will. Happened to me when I played Pebble Beach Golf Course. Those freaking seabirds come right into your cart and walk right off of it.
With what we were talking.
No, I'm sorry.
That's a continent away.
It was a bird story.
Just so you could bring
double birds. Well, I had to be part of the team.
That's true. It's your show. You can do what you want.
No.
Yellow Jackets head coach Britt Key, addressing his name coming up for job openings around the country, says, "Slice me open and see what colors I bleed."
Oh, wow.
Doesn't look like Coach Key is going anywhere from North Avenue.
Holy cow.
The Badgers are keeping failing Luke Fickell, despite him killing the program, basically, the doormat of the Big Ten. Why? Because they're too damn cheap in Wisconsin to pay him off.
Oh, my. Well,
yeah,
that's silly.
It's Thursday, time for the latest Lane Kiffin rumor.
Oh, boy.
Radio host Boomer Esiason threw out the possibility of the Rebels coach reuniting with his quarterback Jackson Dart with the New York Football Giants.
Oh, well.
When Dart's father texted Kiffin with the idea, Lane responded with a smirk emoji and wrote, "It's too cold in New York for me."
Probably true, by the way.
True. The Falcons' edge defender Jalen Walker named the NFL Pepsi Zero Sugar Rookie of the Week.
Excellent.
Yeah, Sugar Rookie sounds like a good name for a band, by the way.
Yeah.
Sugar Rookie.
Stripper.
The Falcons are in Berlin to play the Colts early Sunday morning. It starts at 9:30 a.m. You can watch it on Fox 5 and NFL Network. I know you're going to be glued to the set.
I'll be there the whole time, probably. I bet you.
By the way, the guy on the practice squad, one of the kickers, Lenny Craig, is from Germany, and he gave him a list of like 30 restaurants to check out while they were over there.
I'll bet. Cool.
But left guard Matthew Bergeron with that ankle, edge rusher Leonard Floyd hamstring, and swing tackle Storm Norton with his foot will not travel to Germany with the team. Kirk Cousins got his $90 million since he was not traded Tuesday.
Wow. Holy cow.
Another brilliant front office decision from the brain trust that is Rich McKay and the Atlanta Falcons.
$90 million.
NFL game tonight, the Raiders visiting the Broncos. Who you got?
I think the Bronco. I'd love to see Brock Bowers. He's back in action and doing great. So I'd like to see Vegas win just for him. But I think the Broncos are probably a better team this year. But I don't know.
I said when he was drafted out of Georgia, say goodbye and wave
Yeah,
goodbye
it's
to
true.
Brock Bowers.
It's
Because
too
you're
bad.
never going to see him again.
Yeah, it's really too bad.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Superstar.
Horrible.
Don't ever pick
Franchise.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They are awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hockey history made as Capital superstar Alex Ovechkin became the first NHL player to score 900 career goals.
Wow.
Ovechkin eventually given that record-setting puck once Blues goalie Jordan Binnington stopped hiding it in his pants.
I saw this story this morning. You sneaky little bastard. The goalie put it in his pants before they could come and get the goal that set all-time record. And there's no way that he thought he could get away with it. I hope he was just joking around, but that was pretty weird.
In the second period of the Capital 6-1 rout, Ovechkin slid a backhand shot into the St. Louis net. He's the NHL's all-time leading goal scorer. As the Caps celebrated with Ovechkin, Binnington nudged the puck out of the net with his stick and picked it up with his goalie glove. He tucked his stick under his arm, pulled his hand out of his blocker, and plucked the puck from his glove. He then tucked the disc into the back of his pants, maybe to save later for himself to sell. Who knows?
Apparently, yes.
Unfortunately for him, he purloined the pants puck in full view of television audiences. Linesman Michael Cormier had a discussion with Binnington in his crease, like, "Hey, buddy, we all saw you pocket that puck." After which the Blues goalie reached back into his pants and handed the 900th goal puck to the official. Ovechkin posed for photos with the milestone puck in the Capitals locker room after the game. Hope he washed it first.
Oh.
Binnington did not speak to reporters after the game. Now, Ovechkin was aware that his history-making puck had to be retrieved from Binnington's pants, saying, "Yeah, I just saw it. I'm not going to comment." The goalie now says he fully intended to give it back because he thought maybe he'd share it with me since I gave an assist. It was my first thing he took from me.
Well, but for the record, my question, my final question was, I assume that puck belongs to the NHL.
Yes.
Ovechkin can't keep that. He can't take that home with him.
Yeah, he can. They will give it to him. Just technically, the team owns it.
The team owns it?
Yeah, the teams buy all the pucks, just like baseball teams buy all the baseballs.
So if they wanted to give it to him, they could.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured the league would.
They no way I'm giving it. I'd say, come take it from me. He's a big, rough hockey player. Come on.
Yeah, I like it.
Game 7 of the World Series was watched by 51 million viewers across the U.S., Canada, and Japan. The most watched MLB game since Game 7 of the 1991 World Series between the Braves and Twins.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. Shows what a great series that was. That every game was amazing in that series.
That's right.
And everybody was glued to see what was happening.
Kirby Puckett.
In 1921, the magazine Popular Science Monthly took Babe Ruth to Columbia University and had him tested. They measured his brain, ears, eyes, muscles, and studied how they all worked together to find out why he was so superior as a batter and a ball player. And here's what they found. Tests proved that Ruth was 90% efficient overall against the human average of just 60%. His eyes were 12% faster than an ordinary man. His ears functioned 10% faster than average. His nerves were steadier than 499 of 500 people.
Wow.
He had 1.5 times the average in attention and quickness of perception. They also found out that Ruth did not breathe during his entire swing. If he had kept breathing while swinging, he could have generated even more power.
Wow. That's pretty
amazing.
Interesting, yeah.
And we're getting the band back together here.
That's
Atlanta
right.
United is bringing back the only coach to bring him a championship, Argentinian Gerardo Tata Martino. Tata led United to their only MLS Cup title back in 2018. And his best player then, Josef Martinez, the best player ever in AU history, has left the San Jose Earthquakes. He's a free agent after being their leading scorer, so he can still score. Time to come home, boys. Time to come home. And finally, Blue Jays bench coach and World Series jinx Don Mattingly is leaving Toronto. Doesn't plan on retiring just yet. Oh, please don't bring him here. Please don't bring him here. Please don't bring him here. That's sports.
Pete Davis. All right, 5:32. Kimber, Pete, and Kristen for Flounder on 106.3. And so much more coming right up here on 106.3.
President Trump is restoring freedom, bringing justice back to America, and restoring power to the people. And the conservative voice of Atlanta has his back and will always bring you the national and local voices you need when it matters most. XTRA 106.3 FM and the XTRA app.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if you've got old, drafty, sticking, or leaking windows, you need the experienced pros at Window Nation. You can pay a lot less and still get the premium windows you're dreaming of. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90Nation for your free estimate. And for a limited time, get 50% off all window styles, plus pay no interest for 5 years.
Hey Braves fans, sometimes life throws you a knee-buckling curveball. That's when Truist One Checking steps up to the plate. If you're behind in the count, you won't have to worry about overdraft fees. Plus, eligible clients enjoy a balance buffer for some extra cushion. You'll get a convenient mobile app to keep an eye on things and access to thousands of Truist ATMs. Be ready every inning with Truist One Checking. It's life-ready checking that grows with you. Get Truist One Checking today. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey, folks, how you doing? Kimmer here. Before you hang those Christmas lights, get your outdoor space looking sharp. My friends at Stovall & Company have been doing it right for over 75 years. Family-owned business, locally run. They've opened their 11th location up there in Canton, Union Hill Road. You know, they have everything, by the way, trees and shrubs and stone and soil and irrigation supplies, all wholesale stuff, and they'll even deliver. If you need it right there, it's probably already on the way. Family business doing the year strong. Visit StovallInc.com. They have it all. StovallInc.com.
SUV shoppers get better than Black Friday savings with $7,000 off MSRP on select 2025 Ford Explorers, Ford Expeditions, and Ford Bronco Sports through November 30th at Akins Ford in Winder. Hi, this is Brad Akins, and you also get your first 2 years of regularly scheduled maintenance like oil changes and tire rotations and no additional charge. Stock number 89309, MSRP $32,990 with approved financing in your 1995 renewer trade. Dealer retains factory rebates plus government fees. See dealer for details. Visit us today at AkinsFord.com.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, XTRA 106.3 FM. Stream Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, Glenn Beck, Fox News, and even NASCAR on Sundays, anywhere on the XTRA 106.3 app. Download the app now and get 24/7 access to the live stream, the latest news, and everything you need to know about Atlanta's only conservative talk station. Download the XTRA 106.3 app for Apple or Android and check out even more great original content at thepodcastpark.com.
A little Aerosmith right here, 5:35. It just started getting dark. They got the shades down, though, so I can barely see out. Yeah, it's starting to get real dark real fast. And I don't know. Aerosmith here, 1970. Aerosmith performed their first ever gig playing at the Nipmac Regional High School in Mendon, Massachusetts. Aerosmith was referred to as the Bad Boys from Boston, and Aerosmith became the best-selling American rock band of all time. Aerosmith, having sold more than 150 million albums worldwide. Aerosmith also holds the record for the most gold and most multi-platinum albums by any American group. That's amazing to me. Of course, the other groups I'm thinking about were all, Beatles and the Stones are England and not American, but still.
That's what they outsold the Eagles, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Fleetwood's English. Okay.
But I mean,
Fleetwood's part American.
The Beach Boys, they outsold the Beach Boys.
Yeah, they outsold the Beach Boys. Come on.
Well, the Beach Boys were huge.
Yeah, but they were huge during a time where, the Aerosmith was huge in the 70s and 80s.
I guess that's true.
90s.
Our birthday list includes a sports birthday here, Pete Davis. Lamar Odom is 46, retired former Kardashian. He was married to one of them for like 40 years.
And Bunny Ranch enthusiast.
Bunny Ranch, yeah, that's one of the reasons he's no longer married to a Kardashian.
Very funny that thing didn't even mention that he's actually a basketball player. Just a retired Kardashian.
Retired Kardashian. And on this day in history, Rutgers and Princeton. On this day in 1869, the first college football game was played with a soccer ball. 100 fans watched in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Rutgers and Princeton. And instead of a football, it was a soccer ball. Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4. The schools were 20 miles apart or so. Rivalry for baseball lasted a long time. Let's see. One of the guys who played in the game said it was they were striving for the possession of the old Revolutionary cannon. And they would lug it back and forth, stealing it from time to time. And eventually the Princetonians had it sunk into concrete, so nobody could steal it anymore. Rutgers challenged Princeton to a 3-game football series in 1869. Each school had 25 players, and they played the 2 games. The school won 1, and then they never played the third and said, what the hell, we both retired with a record of 1-1. But it was the first collegiate football game, Rutgers and Princeton. 6-4, Rutgers wins in 1869.
About an hour ago, the Supreme Court dealt a major blow to LGBTQ madness. They kicked transgenderism off the U.S. passport. You're either a male or female. That's it.
Wow. Again, this is a little thing, but it's a thing. And this is a federal court. It was or Supreme
reality.
Yeah. And oh man, I mean, a lot of things are happening. In fact, we talked earlier about a mayor in Kansas, the state of Kansas, in a small town, Comanche County, the town of Coldwater. The guy is named Joe Sabalos, or Sabalios possibly, the mayor of a small rural Kansas town called Coldwater, and he has now been charged. He's the mayor. And he's been charged with voting illegally in several different elections, including in 2022, 23, and 24. He served as a city councilman as well. He's from Mexico. He's a permanent resident, but he's not an American citizen. And he voted in the last 3 elections. And that's illegal. And so a couple of guys in Kansas who are serious Republicans and were saying, we're going to be checking out the rolls for this kind of thing, because in the system now, it's based on trust. Trust that when you sign a registration or sign a poll book saying you're a qualified elector or a United States citizen, they assume you're telling the truth. This guy lied, they caught him, and he's now been arrested and charged with criminal charges, including perjury and illegal voting. There's a federal government database now that helps cross-check voter rolls with immigration records to find out if you're voting, are you actually a citizen? And it worked just now in Kansas. They caught the freaking mayor was illegal. The mayor of the town, and also a former city councilman of the town. All righty. A couple of things here. I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of Fox News. I have it on while I'm doing my work at home at night, and also in the morning when I'm getting ready before I come into work, actually doing work at home. And so I have Fox News on all the time. They are doing a lot of coverage of Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk's widow, and it's for some reason it's making me kind of awkward, or feeling like I hope they're not taken advantage. I mean, it's all over the place. It's every newscaster. I mean, if I see, the 5 minutes of her crying and talking about trying to tell her little kids that daddy's, I mean, just, oh my God. And I hope they're not trying to take advantage of her sorrow and her tragedy. I mean, it just seems like it's so much as though this is now the new thing at Fox News and Fox Television. I hope, I just feel bad that I think they're taking advantage of her. It makes me nervous.
Well, it's better than some on the right who
I know,
accusing her of killing her husband.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Those idiots.
But again, for example, in fact, I saw this story this morning and I kind of felt bad about it, that reporters actually interviewed a lip reader to find out what she was saying when she was introduced by the Vice President, J.D. Vance, at the Turning Point campus event the other day, University of Mississippi. And a lip reader apparently got the video of what was happening. And when Charlie Kirk, when she described Charlie Kirk as a very, very dear friend to the thunderous applause, they had a short embrace and shared a brief exchange of words. J.D. Vance engaged in a question and answer session with the students for over an hour. But before that, J.D. Vance, according to the lip reader, and again, the reporter went to the trouble of getting a lip reader, which I think is just overboard. But anyway, I don't want to know the private things of Erica Kirk. Again, it's getting too much. It's like I think that they're using her her, and I don't like it. Anyway, I could be. I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm telling you what I feel. They shared a brief exchange. J.D. Vance, according to the lip reader, said the words, "I'm proud of you." And the grief-stricken widow gut-wrenchingly replied, it says here, quote, "It's not going to bring him back." Before she spoke to the crowd, according to the lip reader, she also said to her assistant, right before she took to the podium, she said, "I can't do this. I don't want to do it." And the assistant was there with her, and then she said, "Give me a second." And I don't know, the whole thing just makes me so freaking sad. And she, the stories about how she tells her little girls where daddy's listening, it's just, geez, give her, God. I just think they're using the sorrow and the emotion to try to do something, and I don't like it. I think that the whole thing's wrong. I'd love to see the stories of 20,000 kids. I know, but then they can show the video of the 20,000 kids showing up at the university. I mean, that's a pretty good visual right there. I know. Again,
she's the face of it now.
I know. I agree. And that's you. But
I'd rather her be put up than these nutcases that are so anti-Semitic and
I agree.
Candace Owen nut jobs.
Yeah, what happened to her, by the way? I mean, seriously.
I think something mentally wrong with her. That's my opinion. Or she's getting well off by doing this.
Well, anyway. Pete, you're going to love this story. In London, now Pete, of course, has been something of an international traveler. In London now, we've been talking about...
International man of mystery.
There you go. We've been talking about what the hell's going on in London in particular, in Britain in particular, and also all of Europe, the British Isles. But here's the latest now. A campaign has been debuted in London for the last couple of months, facing backlash now. It's called Mind the Grab. The initiative in London is to aim to raise awareness of widespread thievery of your cell phone in the Oxford Street shopping district. Bold purple chalk signs on the edge of the sidewalk say, "Mind the grab, step back from the curb, phone snatching hotspot." They're reminding pedestrians, if you're on your phone, some kid in a moped or an e-bike is going to steal it from you, driving by, swatching it, and off he goes. There's video detailing the campaign. London's telling us to hide our phones instead of stopping the thieves. Hey, who should really be held accountable? We're normalizing theft. Slowly drifting toward the ubiquitous third world pickpockets operate in the area, patronizing absolution of state responsibility where it matters, coupled with a warm embrace where unwanted. London authorities are refusing to actually tackle the problem, trying to put the blame on the people who use their phone in public in the center of London. Instead of catching the career criminals behind the thefts, they blame victims with a mind-the-grab purple line on Oxford Street. And by the way, if you don't think this is an issue, since 2023, 115,000 mobile cell phones have been stolen in London. 115,000. How many is that a day? I mean, my God. I mean, good grief. So they have signs on the sidewalk. Keep your phone separate.
They have Sadiq Khan as their mayor, and he's got enough of his kind there that just vote for him over and over and over again. And once he's entrenched, they don't leave.
And these are the people who come to your house. If they don't like something you say on social media, they'll knock on your door with the cops. All right, 546, Kimmer Pete, Christopher Flounder. It's our Friday because we got golfing tomorrow for the Veterans Day performance. It'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Christopher Flounder, 106.3. Damn, I owe you. I missed again. I was going to do it. Crap. I owe you Flounders. Crap. All right, we'll figure it out. Hold on.
Did you miss Neil Bortz?
I am shocked.
Don't worry. He's live anytime on the XTRA 106.3 app.
Oh, that radio show.
Did traffic cause you to miss some of the Kimmer Show? Get it on the app.
It's all the kids talk about on Monday at school.
With anytime show replays from the Kimmer, Bortz, The Morning Extra, Clay and Buck, and so much more. Plus local headlines and breaking news. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and start streaming.
With the holiday season quickly quickly approaching and road trips back in vogue, now more than ever, convenience becomes a must-have. At RBM of Atlanta, we embody this definition. Convenience is our middle name. Meet the RBM of Atlanta Mercedes-Benz pickup and delivery service. It gives you back time and money. Does your Mercedes-Benz need service? If so, we'll pick up your vehicle that's requiring service from your home or office and bring it back to our dealership for those services. And once the services have been complete, we'll bring your Mercedes-Benz back to you. With over 100 appointments available every weekday, over 50 appointments on Saturdays, and more than 200 courtesy vehicles in our fleet, we're here to serve. We'll work around your schedule. We're here to save you time, energy, and money. RBM of Atlanta is a J.D. Power 2025 Diamond Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience. And we're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Pickup and delivery service restrictions do apply. Ask your service coordinator or service advisor at RBM of Atlanta for details.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. This Thanksgiving, take the flavor outside with Traeger and Monument Grills from Howard Brothers. Whether you're smoking the perfect turkey on a Traeger pellet grill or searing sides to perfection on a Monument gas grill, you'll be serving up more than a meal. You'll be creating memories. Bring the heat, the flavor, and the family together this season. Stop by Howard Brothers and find the grill that makes your Thanksgiving unforgettable. Howard Brothers, fueling family traditions since 1955.
So, the doc says I have ED. ED. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's just an abbreviation for a condition so many men have. If I was to be honest, I probably also have a little OCD. I know I have a great HMO. Heck, I even have 3 weeks of PTO. Look, don't let a few letters get you down. If you have ED, there's HELP. Go see Dr. Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He's an ED specialist that will turn your life around PDQ. ED happens to a lot of men as we age. And just FYI, Dr. Deal can give you back the confidence you need to perform on the JOB. So, ready to take the first step? Quit yelling WTF at your little BFF and visit tbtofga.com. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can fix your ED ASAP. And before you know it, you'll be screaming OMG.
I'm getting in the game. The world won't be the same. I'm good to go.
Call 404-777-1911 or visit tbtofga.com.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
We got a fun musical intro thing for you here today. Chris, our musical director today, filling in for Flounder. 1967 on this day, Abbey Road Studio, the Beatles mixed 4 songs. Hello, Goodbye, Your Mother Should Know, Magical Mystery Tour, and I Am the Walrus. Due to the radio feed used in I Am the Walrus being recorded in mono, the song changes from stereo to mono at the line Sitting in an English Garden. And Chris is going to tell you now what the hell we're talking about here.
Yeah, so right now it's in stereo, but about 2 minutes into it, it turns to this. Just wait for it. Now it's mono.
There we go.
You only hear it in one headphone now.
Yeah. In fact, I remember when stereo became stereo. And
I'm hearing it in both.
We couldn't. In the radio station, we hear it in both because it's not forced in. But if you were in your car or you're at home, you'd only hear one ear. But again, I remember, and Pete, I'll bet you remember when stereo became, and you could hear, oh my God. And it was like they're separate in each ear. It's incredible.
Moody Blues did that. Pink Floyd did that.
Man.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
In fact, they say the early Stone stuff, you should listen in mono. That's what it was made for.
Yeah, well, that's what they all were. Yeah, well, man, cool. Our birthday list. Thank you, Chris. That was cool. I'm the Walrus. Sally Fields' birthday, 79 years old. Sally, and by the way, it's not Sally Fields, it's Sally Field. She's 79. She was Gidget, The Flying Nun, Forrest Gump, Norma Ray, where she played that troublemaking union leader, Norma Ray, and of course Mrs. Doubtfire with the late great Robin Williams. But I remember her too. This was a great movie and a great role, Absence of Malice, with Paul Newman. Did you see that movie? Pete, have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I did see that movie.
That was a good movie, and I remember one of the funny lines that he was an older guy, ran a union shop or something, as I recall, and she was a reporter who was set up to print some information that really should not have been printed. They used her, the prosecutors or the officials in wherever they were fighting Paul Newman, used her to kind of slander him, and he had big fights with her and everything like that. And then they dated, and I remember I'll never forget the silly part of the movie where again he was kicked off and it was a real big horrible thing that happened to him, and then all of a sudden they were going to date, and he said, well, we should go out to dinner sometime, and she said, well, anytime but Friday night, and he said, how about Friday night, and she said, sure. And I thought that was so cute, and it gave an indication that whatever he wanted. But I mean that was really pretty cool. Think about that. She said, well, any night but Friday night. He says, well, how about Friday night? Okay. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Sally Field, 79. And let's see, on this day, and you know what? Screw the history thing. We got two Founders Funnies. This is incredible. I screwed you out of one. We're going to play both of them back to back. Chris, if you will, Founders Funny number one, sir.
Well, we get through the ceremony. The guy that was the best man is now the DJ. He's wearing his tuxedo pants and no shirt. He is lighting firecrackers with his cigarette and throwing them at Sherry's grandmother's feet just to hear her cuss. And she's good. Sherry's mother, Donna, is walking around with a styrofoam cooler that's filled with Ziploc bags of birdseed because she said Sherry read online that if you throw rice, the birds will eat it, and then when they drink water, that rice will expand and it'll kill the birds. So she wants everybody to throw birdseed, which we did. And to this day, I haven't had the heart to tell her 2 hours after they left, her little brothers were in the front yard with pellet guns shooting the birds while they ate the birdseed. But they get in the car. Now, most people just drive off, not my relatives. They get in Dustin's Camaro and proceed to do donuts in my Uncle Wayne's yard. Third time around, her door flies open. I'm standing next to her grandmother who threw her beer on the ground and said, if this lasts 6 months, I'll kiss a good man's ass. So, Jeff, where do you come up with all of those redneck jokes?
His family.
So that's Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy, of course, 556. We got another one coming. First of all, a couple of tweet memes thing. My buddy Milton Broom sends me a lot of patriotic stuff. Big sign here with a guy with an AK-47 in a backpack, and the sign says, you don't need 30 rounds to hunt. True. But our forefathers didn't write the Second Amendment because the deer were coming. Bob Babylon B. Democrats vow to starve as many food stamp recipients as it takes to get free health care for the illegal immigrants. Yes, they're cool. And a couple of sports things here, too, Pete, which I think you'll probably appreciate, Babylon B. Dodgers purchase second World Series victory. And Canada orders Toronto Blue Jay players euthanized. And by the way, Canada just passed a law that children can be euthanized, a permitted suicide at the age of 12, if everybody agrees with it. 12.
It's demonic.
My God. I mean, how could you even think?
It's anti-human, and it's basically self-loathing.
This world thing that's going on here. And again, Mom Donnie, and I mean, here we go.
It's liberals.
Wow.
It's a disease. It's literally a mental disease.
Holy smokes. Anyway, tomorrow we play in golf. We're doing the Veterans Day golf ceremony, and really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Victor is going to be in here doing the show tomorrow. If you haven't heard him, you'll like him. He's been on before. Good guy. And Chris, again, thank you, man, for all your help. I really appreciate it. I know Flounder and Mrs. Flounder Veronica are probably having a great time on the beach, and so everybody's happy all the way around. And again, thank you again. We really appreciate support.
Anytime.
And you spoiled the crap out of us. I know that. So this kind of service some unexpected. No offense, Flounder. I mean, seriously. Hey, all right. One more Flounder's funny before we go. Here we go.
I've tried to eat healthy. I can't. I've been eating the wrong way for too long. My stomach reacts to salads like some of y'all's reacts to Taco Bell. It's like, what is this? You know, we've never heard of a carrot. We're not packing this. We're sending it, you know. Sometimes I need some chicken fingers to get back on my feet again. I've lived in a hipster neighborhood for a while, and they always tell me, Derek, you need a juice drink. You need a smoothie. You need some juice. I'm like, if I have any more juice and somebody bumps into me, I'm going to poop my britches. I'm an adult. I'm not built for juice. Children are built for juice. If I have 2 cups of apple juice back to back, your boy's fighting for his life. I've tried to do things that hipsters wanted me to do. They go, you need deodorant without aluminum. I need all the aluminum. No, I tried to use that deodorant that runs off friendship and tree bark. No, I need something that fights for me. I tried to be an ally, but I'm not going to die alone.
Who's that?
That's
Chris?
Derek Stroop.
Eric Stroop. There you go. Anyway, you got big plans for the weekend, Chris? Are you working or?
I got to coach a swim meet on Sunday.
Oh, cool! All right, well, outstanding. And if they want to get a hold of a swim class training session, who do they call? What's the name of the club?
It's called Max Swim Club. We practice down at Georgia Tech, so great facility.
Spell Mac again.
MAAC.
MAAC.
Just go to our website, maxswimclub.com.
And Pete Davis and your little friend, hope you have a great weekend tomorrow on the golf course. We'll see you there. And in the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting.